Okay, Pop killed it.
Yeah, K-pop.
Yeah. She might have.
She did by accident?
I figured she pressed the wrong button when she was getting out. Probably because our Wi-Fi is a little spotty at that convention.
I thought it was you showing off your bush. I think that was the problem.
He was doing a pretty good mustache ride. I'm not gonna lie.
I was just sitting there. I did it before. I was like never had. It depends on the kind of mustache. I said,
fucking little Scrooge. Like he can't miss a second, man. He's always there.
He's the man. He's the man. I did.
I don't understand what he did. Oh, he got
He just came right back. Like new
Okay.
stream popped up, and there he is.
All right, now that I have silence and like there's less of us in here, so nobody could like really over talk with me, I'm gonna tell everybody now. Okay, listen, with this freaking award thing, I think they need to take it off the freaking ballot, take it off completely. No more hands, no more any of that stuff, and start freaking voting for people on merit. That's what they need to do.
Listen,
not make a freaking joke of hair people and freaking mustache people and bush people and armpit people and any of that people.
That's not gonna work. See, Journey, if you really want to take them down, they said some racist shit, bro. Like the fucking Taco Bell shit.
Dude, tell me all about that. You mentioned something. You mentioned something to me last night in the chat, but I didn't. I'm not going back to. I'm gonna watch it for the first time tonight.
Yeah, you don't have to watch. I could just tell you. So Brian did a skit about Sticky and Razor and like someone else, and he made fun of Razor with Taco Bell. That's like saying a bucket of chicken for black people. It's super fucking racist, bro. Oh, are we live? Damn it, Bleeker.
I mean,
That does
no, we were live. I'm sorry.
but you're not wrong. That does kind of sound bad.
He just goes, nothing was said. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about that first couple minutes. I won't say nothing.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it, Biggie.
Yeah, I was trying not to say anything live, but you know.
But you did.
That's all right.
But
I
you
guess I did, didn't I?
Beckerman says
Now
he
what?
loves you, Biggie. Beckerman says he loves you.
Oh,
yeah, I
man,
don't care. I didn't. You gotta be careful with doing that kind of stuff, you know.
So maybe
Did he really? Did he really do that, or are you fucking around with me, Biggie?
I don't know what I was making all that up. I knew we were live. It's all a joke. None of that's true.
Now I gotta fucking watch.
Well, I'm surprised you
I
haven't.
wasn't gonna watch, but now I'm gonna have to watch. Thank you.
I'm sort of surprised you haven't.
Well, I didn't watch because I knew I was gonna get trolled throughout the whole thing.
You kind of did, even though you weren't there.
Yeah, I did.
A little bit, yeah. They brought you up a couple times.
Wait, they brought me up?
I got brought up a couple times.
Wait.
Yeah.
They put my name in their mouth?
Oh my God.
I didn't see that.
What?
but
Yeah, they put your
I
hand
didn't
in their
see
mouth.
anything, so I don't know.
I'll put my hands in their fucking mouth, so I'll show you what I'll do.
Man.
Don't make me go all Will Smith, man.
Actually, funny.
We lost a couple of members.
Will Smith.
I guess they were tired of us hearing us bicker.
The greatest fact about anyone named Will Smith is that on the last 5 World Series teams, there's been a player named Will Smith. That's hilarious.
I'm still kind of angry with the freaking Yankees losing.
That was delicious. Just watching that inning was so just out of nowhere. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
What the fuck, man?
Look at all the Legos.
It's all right. There's always next year.
We're in Lego City,
Yeah.
man. This is...
And for all the haters out there, hey, we at least made it.
Yeah, congrats. Good job. You guys didn't get swept either.
We won 2
Proud of y'all.
awards.
Yankees don't get swept.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yankees, well, they know how to buy a championship. I'm surprised they lost.
Yeah, next year they'll have that guy that was the Dodger guy that had, what's his name, Soho or whatever the hell. They'll have him.
I never know.
I blame
Free agency is
freaking
crazy.
I blame my freaking neighbor.
It's
You
just
can blame
The fucking guy's a mush. Every time he tells me he's like Puerto Rican, so he has an accent too. He always calls them the junkies. So like I'm like, dude, don't watch the game. You're gonna fucking make them lose. He's like this. He's like, Oh no, the Yankees are gonna win this year. They're gonna win this year. I'm like, they're gonna fucking lose. Don't watch them. Don't watch it. He watched them. They fucking lost.
Trust
what
me,
happened.
I had a similar situation.
junkies never win.
Fucking
A friend of
Yankees.
mine went to so it was Game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs versus the St. Louis Blues, and a friend of mine who didn't go to any games at all showed up to the game, and then immediately they start losing. Things start going bad. I'm like, you need to leave the game now. He's like, it's not my fault. I'm staying the whole game. I paid for this ticket. No, I was like, you need to go. I was like, dude, I was like, they just scored 3 goals in a row. Get the fuck out of the garden. Leave now. And he like yelled, and then like he went live, and people like were yelling. And he went live on Facebook, and people were like yelling at him, like, "You're a mush." Exact same thing. Like, you're a mush. Get out of here.
You're a Munson.
Where are you in a freaking Subway?
Serious.
No, I'm in a grocery store.
You look like you're in a Subway.
Well, my shit sideways, but yeah.
Biggie?
He did before. He looked like he was in a subway station.
No, I'm out of there. I'm in a parking lot now.
Did you get your chicken wings?
I got those by the
always
box
looking for
full,
chicken
dude. I'm good. Yeah. No, I got plenty at home. I
Did you get your Italian sub and marinara?
already ordered it. Yeah. Just got to pick up some McDonald's. I'm on my way home.
What are you gonna get from McDonald's?
A couple McDoubles, no ketchup, small fry, and a 4-piece.
How do you?
That's
eat
not for
the
me,
fucking
though.
Burgers from McDonald's, man. How the fuck you eat that meat that's from McDonald's?
I fucking love
You
it.
know what
my
you
kid-
Back off.
My kid eats the McDouble, so I eat one too, because you might as well. They're like 50 cents extra for the second one.
Do you know what's in that meat that you're eating?
Like 50 different meats. I know exactly what's in it. It's
Chicken
all
nuggets
a
are good,
bunch of meat. Yeah, the nuggets are gross too.
I
whatever.
will say the nuggets are pretty good though in McDonald's. I think that's the only thing that they still have that it's decent.
I wouldn't eat McDonald's. The French fries is what brings me back, dude.
Dude, I would
the
be
French
mad
fries are really
if I was Razor. I'd be freaking furious too, man. If that's true, what Biggie said.
I didn't say nothing.
But we know what you said.
I was off air. That was not live. And I was a joke.
I'm gonna go watch it.
Biggie went from Jimmy Lesquilla to Johnny Tightlets in a very quick moment. Oh, we're live? I'm Johnny Tightlets. I didn't say nothing.
Johnny Tight. Nice.
Those are the guys. Those are the guys. Those are the guys in the Simpsons and the Mafia. Like you got Jimmy Lesquilla and Johnny Tightlets.
Fucking conversation starts off, whoa, we're backstage so I could talk and nobody will talk over me, and then fucking I'm live for 3 minutes. I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude, that's right. Freaking Beckerman's got Mexican roots too. I forgot.
It's not good, bro.
I would
didn't
be
say
fucking
nothing,
pissed
though.
if I was Beckerman too. It's like somebody making fun of me with euros and shit, man. I don't like that.
I'm sorry. I bug you with the goat thing all the time, CJ. I'm sorry, buddy.
Dude, when I was a kid, all the neighborhood kids that weren't Greek, they used to call us fucking grease balls. And you used to, they used to say like really nasty shit about our food and us. You know, I didn't like that.
Brian, have a couple days before you guys hear me.
I won't make fun of your epiphany towards goats anymore. I promise. I'm sorry.
Listen, goats are delicious, all right? Don't fucking make fun of goats.
Okay.
They're delicious.
I'm not anymore. I promise. I won't make fun of them anymore. I promise.
What?
You know what? All my freaking Mexican friends, they love goats too.
Steal my phone.
I won't. Goats are delicious.
We bond over goats.
I'm on the phone.
I don't know.
Hey, I'm
bro.
looking at it.
Stop.
Dude, she's on the phone.
I'm on the phone.
Oh yeah. I don't see nobody.
Sounds like my daughter.
Give me my phone back.
When our kid's not on the phone
Okay.
these days, right?
Let's just all look at
Either
Chris.
way, I'm pretty happy that I won. I'm happy that I won an award last night, and
Dude, I'm gonna go into that
I'm happy
tonight.
that we get
I
to
saw
represent
Becca, man, I'm gonna go into
a
that
part of
tonight.
the community. So, you know.
Now
Yeah,
that I know
man.
something like that happened, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna figure out what the fuck was said in there. I don't like that.
Yeah, have fun with it.
I don't
Mr.
know.
Steppo, how you doing, buddy?
Very
I'm
good.
well.
We're
I
all
guess
making our way back
there are
to
still
church.
things we can't talk about.
Oh, there's always things to talk about, Steppo.
No. So that's not what. So what ended the stream wasn't anything that anyone said. K-pop, I think, pressed the wrong button, and that's what killed it. So we
Yeah,
did nothing wrong.
K-pop
All well
pressed
behaved, and that was all good.
Listen, I don't blame Beckerman. Honestly, I'm reading his comments. I don't blame him at all. If that's really the case, I can't honestly say anything because I haven't watched it. But if that's really real things, I would be upset too.
What I can definitely tell you is that he is for real upset, and he's not on the stream today because he doesn't want to pop off.
Go in on
Make a
him.
big.
I don't blame the guy.
Well,
You know.
I don't fucking blame the guy.
What I
Beckerman's-
must have missed something.
Hey, man, I get it.
Beckerman's
I
been
absolutely
out
get
of
it.
shape about something.
Yeah. Apparently, there was
Yeah.
some,
Something about
I
the
didn't
awards.
see the
I think it
award
was,
show from the beginning, but I guess there was some jokes that weren't the nicest jokes to say. There was like a Taco Bell joke that was, I guess,
you know, and everybody's got a right to
not
feel
in
how
good
they feel.
taste and,
I'm not going
hey,
to tell anybody not to feel a certain way, but you know.
Hey, I wonder if the
Overall, I
rat
thought the
is going to
awards were
go.
Pretty nice.
I wonder if the rat is going to go and be the defender of the community again and go and report his channel for making insults. On
no,
this.
definitely not. You couldn't
Well,
do
I
that,
don't know.
sir.
Well, if he's the righteous community leader and defender of the universe, the way he makes it out to be, go at it, rat.
Voltron.
Let's see what you do now.
I am Voltron. I am the defender of the universe.
You're Voltron.
Let's back up there, bud.
Trademark. Trademark.
Trademark.
Trademarked. Don't mess around. Actually, I don't even know if you can say Voltron anymore. Last time
Well,
I played
you-
Voltron,
Yeah, remember that? There was
were
some
like,
sort of stink about
you're-
that. By the way, nice sweater, Bleeker. That's a very nice looking sweater on you.
Dude,
I
all I
love
know is this, Evil. If he said anything about me in that thing, and I won't watch it on the replay tonight, and God have mercy on his soul, because I will not hold back.
What do you like? Are you legitimately mad about the hand awards, CJ? Or is it
I found it
legitimate?
insulting. Listen, for year one when he did it, I took it as a joke. I thought it was funny. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, I'm like, dude, you can't do that. That's not right. Because, like, listen, what I do, you know, as crazy as it is and as goofy as it is, there's some skill to that other people do as well. Like just being hand cam people. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
There's-
why are you lumping that in? Well, why don't we just add super fatso in there as well, and like anorexic person as well, and like why don't we add that? You're putting mustaches in there. Why don't we put biggest bunion award in there?
Can I give you a
Biggest
suggestion that
bunion,
maybe
huh?
it was put in there because there's not enough people doing hand
Oh,
work in the
there's
community,
enough.
So they
There's
lumped
more.
so they
There's
lumped
more
you
than
in
enough in there.
with that group of people.
There's plenty of us hand people in here.
I honestly, I'm at a loss for seeing more than one hand person on the internet.
Because listen, I am the face of the community because I'm also the president. There's a difference.
Oh, I see. You're the,
I,
see now. Okay.
I see that we have a request to show some comics, and we just so happen to have a Collecto 6 that loves doing so. So I say we give Steppo the floor for a little bit and see what treasures he's brought us today.
Absolutely, could not agree more.
All right. I'll be happy to show what I have.
Please do, Steppo. Please. Do.
I have a, first of all, I wanted to show the colors because on account of we are family, I suppose. I guess the song could come up that the church won. And it wasn't just that it was the hangout of various tiers. It was the hangout of the whole dying Dire Force here.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a
Hey.
second. Stipple has lovely eyebrows. Add eyebrows into the freaking category. That
You noticed I used the lawnmower this morning.
you do have lovely eyebrows. How do you manage them so well? I got freaking Greek freaking bushy eyebrows. How do you have such lovely eyebrows?
Well, it's this Nordic. I'm very Swedish, you see, and we're well known for this.
I have eyebrow envy.
I recently received a large parcel of various things that I have been buying over the weeks from Mr. Bleak, and a huge package arrived. So I got some really fun stuff to show.
Huge package, you say?
I do have a pretty. I want to, I pay pretty
That's
big
cool.
package.
Well, he didn't say
I like
big. He said huge.
I don't like to brag.
Oh, he's back. Oh, you got it.
Oh, SpongeBob. There you go.
Has a very old school look to it, like an old 30s comic. Very
Yep.
clever.
I love Patrick.
Yeah,
Thanks,
SpongeBob
So
is
does,
awesome.
so does Susan.
Oh,
That's Susan's favorite.
Susan's
CJ?
got good taste.
Patrick is the best. She has good taste. Hi, SpongeBob.
Tom Terry. The gingerbread man's in some trouble.
Gingerbread Man is in deep trouble.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Atomic Agents. I haven't seen that. Atomic Angels.
Look at the yams on her. That's gonna be my new word going forward. I'm bringing yams back.
Linda was so good.
Who did that?
Linda
Who did that cover?
It doesn't.
Really
It's
nice
a
looking cover.
It's a little squiggle. I don't know who did it.
What cover?
did-
What
who
cover is
did
it,
it?
Stephen?
Say
I didn't
again.
What cover was that? I didn't see it. My
It was
internet being wonky.
it was the Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah. That's the Linda Carter Wonder Woman too. It's really nice looking.
Really, really nice job on that.
Yeah, they did a good job.
I like the colors in the background too.
Hi, Bobby.
I have that.
I have that one. I have that
I have
one.
that one.
I have that one.
I do. I have the actual. I have the actual book.
It's Adam
I have-
Hughes.
I
That
have
is.
the actual book as well. I didn't
Yeah.
have the free comic book day version though.
I actually really
think
like the
I
cover.
put that in there.
I love Veronica's face in that one. She's just like ready to like nail Betty in the mouth. Like she looks so angry.
I think I just put that in there, Stephen. I'm pretty sure. I'm like, you know what? That looks like a Stephen book. I'm just gonna throw that in there.
Thank you. I
That's a really
appreciate that.
good. Yeah, it's a really good Cloak and Dagger cover. You don't see a lot of Cloak and Dagger covers anymore.
Yeah, because they suck.
No,
The old ones did.
But she's hot.
This is one of the. This next sequence of books was from the. I've been sucked into the vortex of the Geeky Dad Sans Group Madhouse circuit of auctions, which seems to be the plethora of them.
Oh,
That's
okay.
cool.
All right.
That's a Cali cover. Magic.
It is a Cali cover.
You go into those auction groups, Steppo?
Well, I do only because I do like to help, guys that are trying to sell stuff.
Let me ask you, Steppo. When you
Yeah.
go and bid on those lots in there, do the sellers on the panel bid against you?
No, they are not allowed to.
Oh, they changed the rules. Congratulations.
They are not. No, the sellers they changed if they've changed the rules. The rules are this: that if they have like a 4-minute thing and they've got an auction going, or if they put up a book and there are no buyers, there's no action from the people buying. In the last bit, then the actual sellers can come in and go after the stuff, but they give full first shot to the people viewing, and very specifically so. And if you are bidding and it's the last end of the minute left to go, and then if the sellers really want to come on, they can request. And if the people bidding inside say, sure, you can come in and bid as well, they can. I can't think of anybody that's bidding on something that would want to welcome another bidder in, but
I'm happy they changed the rules. They finally woke up.
That's because there's a really good auction that goes on once a month called Band of Brothers Auction. It does this.
which I'm always there.
You are, sir. You are, sir. We did an auction on Saturday. I did an auction because I busted my finger up at work, and it was a really good turnout. So I really do have to say thank you very much to the community. You guys turned out in droves, and I appreciate it, man. Thanks very much.
Well, we embrace it. Your back wall was decimated, Bleak.
It was decimated. It's all full again today, but it was decimated yesterday. That's for sure.
That's awesome, man.
Ooh, nice. Is that the Truth Department of Truth?
I think
What is
so.
that?
Yeah.
What
No,
the
that's
hell is that?
Harley. That's Harley Quinn. Huh? Weird.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it looks like a Department of Truth cover.
This it's amazing how many covers I've never saw or even heard about.
Oh,
It's just
geez.
these.
There's so many nowadays. There's
Let
30 covers to every book these
little
days.
bit more light on this, 'cause I don't think we got enough light.
That was a really nice shot of the Bleecker Street Comics right there.
Let's all be silent to make Steppo feel awkward.
No, that's okay. It's all right.
Nah, my internet keeps.
I'm in
cutting
a
out,
I'm in a
so-
McDonald's. It's pretty loud. Yeah.
I'm not sure who this character is.
Night, you ladies.
DC versus Vampires 9. It's a Vampire Tinian was the cover artist on this.
Huntress or something?
Say again?
Huntress or something like that?
I don't know. I'm unfamiliar with the costume. She's ready to carve up her roast beef sandwich, I guess.
She looks pretty violent.
Sort
That's
of
a
a
cool cover.
Michael Turner look here.
Yeah, that's a cool cover. I like that. That's not Michael Turner, though, right? That's
No, well, it was an earlier Danger Girl, so it might be because he did a lot of that stuff.
I like that a lot. I love when they play with those colors and the pastels and stuff like that.
It's like Final Fantasy. Yeah. There you go.
Kind of fun.
I've seen that before. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then
don't know who did
this,
it, but
this is again for Mr. Bleecker, where we have the lenticulars.
nice. Beautiful. That's a good looking lenticular. Sometimes it's come out a little wonky. That's a good looking one.
The Marvel ones are horrible. Like they did a bad job on those lenticulars.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. I think I have that one.
Yeah, DC did it a lot better, I think. Especially with those right there.
It's because
I
they
think I
use
have
better
that one.
paper.
That's cool. You went ham with the lenticulars.
There was
Oh,
Kick him out. Enough with your lenticulars. Out of here.
I got kind of. I left on
there you
a
go.
weird way too. Maybe he had the same thing. There he is.
He's back.
Yeah, those are good. The Harley Quinn one's really good. I hope you got that one
yeah.
with Harley Quinn and Joker, where they're like kissing or something.
I don't know if I don't. I'm not sure. No, I didn't get that one for this with this group.
Never seen that one. I can't
The
tell what.
Flash one's really good too. I like the Flash one.
What's she doing? She's screaming.
She's got him in chains, and then she's got him bowing before her.
Probably
Given.
pooping on Johnny Depp's bed.
Sounds like my girlfriend.
Oh, who that? That's a good one. Look at that. Yeah, he
Yeah,
turned into like a robotic one, I think, don't he, or something? Yeah. Damn, that's a good
cool.
lenticular. Look at that, dude. It's like crystal clear.
They really did much better job than Marvel did with those lenticulars.
I'll
You
be
know,
right back, guys.
the feel of these things,
Yeah,
it's sort of like corduroy across, and
Yeah.
but the quality of, I mean, the thickness of the cover, and I mean, they're just gem mint. I mean, they're very durable. I mean, they're very, very durable.
I think at one point there was like a shortage, right? They had to stop.
They used up all the guck they had. They couldn't, and then they ratioed and they percentaged people, and they couldn't keep up, and they were so popular, but they exhausted the supply of the guck to make the things.
Yeah, just what you wait. That gimmick's going to come back in a few years.
And then I decided I would fill in my went to and decided to fill in my Elvira's.
I love her.
Mystery Elvira. Hi, Papa.
I love Elvira. I don't know why. I don't know what. I still love her.
Everyone does.
I try to collect as many of those as I can whenever I come across them. They're all getting expensive though. Those books, they're not as cheap as they used to be.
Yeah, she's always been popular, but I think that every so often it kind of comes in waves, I guess.
Yeah, well, I think also too, like she started doing more appearances, so like I think that's why they're more in demand right now.
I just think these are very nicely done.
Yeah, that's cool.
This black cover is it's perfect. How it survived, I have absolute. What this is from? These are from 1986. Was this run? So 86 and 24 is 28 years ago. 28 years ago. Kids out of college or something by now from when this thing was out.
Oh, way out of college. They get their own kids and everything.
It's amazing. Time passes, man.
That's nice.
Not my favorite one of the bunch, but I got it just to be a completist. This is the one. I actually have a slab of this coming. It hasn't arrived yet, but I wanted to get. This is probably one of the Dave Stevens one is really good.
Yeah, everybody wants that one. That's one of the ones I haven't been able to acquire back yet.
You had them all at one time?
I used to have almost the entire Elvira run at one point in my original collection. That whole collection got lost. So it was one of the boxes that got stolen. Either that or it was in the flood that I had in my warehouse. So
terrible.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I remember that.
And now I'm shifting into Lady Death.
You really into her?
No, I'm really not. I'm not super into her. I've fallen prey to a few. There was a group of about 5 or 6 of these that Bleak had, and I decided that I would help. And I'm not a Ginner, but there is an enormous amount of Lady Death stuff. So I'm just getting a taste, I guess, is what it is.
I got a lot of Lady Death stuff, but I was a big Evil Ernie guy.
Yeah.
So just because I'm the Evil Ernie guy, Lady Death is just
you gotta get Lady Death. Yeah, that's like what, number 2?
This is Lady Death Imperial Requiem. You're correct. Number 2, Terminatrix.
Oh no, I was talking about first appearance Lady Death. I think that like number 2 on
first cover appearance of her is on number 2. She's actually in number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she is in number 1. Sorry.
And I think it was Brian Pulido was the guy that started her. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's great.
This one is Lady Death Imperial Requiem Armored Edition.
Yeah. She has a lot of titles.
That outfit is riding up real high on her.
This is a really nice one here. Lady Death Cybernetic Desecration number 2, Bats Edition.
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Those Lady Death covers are really cool.
Yeah. She's a great character to be able to like draw, and like I love drawing her because there's just so much you could do with her.
Oh,
That's
a
an homage.
That's a Fanny phase right there.
That's an homage.
That's one of my favorite ones that she's in.
This
I think
is the Lady Death Scorched Earth #1 Boudoir edition.
I'm almost positive there was a comic called Razor or something like that that had the same cover.
I don't know.
You recognize that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Razor.
I haven't really been tracking too much. Here is Lady Death.
Go on, Cry for Dawn.
Cataclysmic #1 Standard Edition.
Yeah, that's cool.
She's just really nice on covers. She really is lovely.
You know, the thing is, like, she's all white, and you could play with the whites and the blacks and the blues. It works really, really well when you're drawing her.
That makes sense, actually. She's got good colors.
This is Lady Death Demonic Omens #1 Fire Edition.
That is fire.
Cool.
Yeah. I like those covers.
What could she use? I don't know what she could use to put the fire out.
Well, she's starting a fire right now. She's starting a fire right now. Is what she's doing.
She can definitely bludgeon it with those buttocks.
I think you fight. Don't you fight fire with fire? I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
So. This is a Nathan. This is a new one. This is what kind of there was every so often when the Good Girl covers, they'll pitch a cover that strikes me. This one did. This is number 124 out of 150, and this is Nathan Zerdy cover of Lady Death.
Oh,
Zerdy.
He's a tattoo guy, right? He always puts like tattoos on all his characters.
So a lot of them he does. Others he does though. Then he has the tattooed version and the non-tattooed version. And I have to say that depending upon how, I mean, if it's too much, they look like a Yakuza. I can't. I don't really go for that too much, but every so often if they do. But I think that this is really a pretty one.
He definitely draws the female form really, really well.
Yeah.
The only problem I have a little bit of it, he falls into a little bit of Campbell syndrome where the faces look very same on all the women.
There is a similarity. This is the same one, but this is the red version of the same cover here. 129 out of 150 Zerdy. And she has her skull attire on.
Oh, you fell hard into the Lady Death. I'm so sorry, Stefan.
Yeah, he said that's just a taste. I think he's opened up a rabbit hole.
And this is the last one. This is, and I didn't realize when I bought it, this has actual jewels encrusted onto the cover.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Fancy. That's really sweet.
I like the green on her.
Yeah,
that's something you don't see very often.
You see them sparkle on her stocking tops and then on her bodice?
That one's signed too.
Yeah, that's a look you don't see too often. Like with green on. That's
the green
cool.
is really nice.
This
She's
is
giving me Wicked Witch syndrome.
Anna, honey.
Yeah, the green's lovely.
So there you go. And this is signed. This has a COA from Brian Polito.
Yeah.
Very Wizard of Oz like. I like that cover a lot. I've never seen that one before.
There's so many of them. There are just so many.
Dude, I got a whole box of them. I don't know what to do with them. That's how many I have.
So who do the Saints have today?
The Saints have
Carolina.
I know because I picked up their defense, and I'm hoping that they shut them down again like they did earlier this season.
Who the Saints or the Carolina? I'm confused.
So I picked up the Saints defense today.
Oh, okay, all right.
The last time they played, the Saints defense got 23 points on them. So I'm hoping more of the same.
I was at that game.
Who that almost jumped through the internet at you, Chris? He's like, "What do you mean you picked against my team? What's going on?"
All of a sudden the lights went on. There was something going on here.
Well, no, because the Carolina sucks so bad. I know we're bad, but they're like there's like different levels of bad.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they're like they have their own street, and they're inviting teams to come, but nobody wants to go that route.
No, like so it was between them. Like so, the defense that I have on my team right now, like the one I've had all year, is the Bears because they've done. I mean, even though they've lost a couple games, recently
defense
like,
has been
they've
good,
done
though.
well overall. Like,
Yeah.
they usually put up a good point turnout. And so I was just like, well, they're playing. They have a tough matchup. So I'm like, I'm gonna sit them down. And I started looking. I was like, oh, well, let's see who else is out there for defenses. So there's the Titans who are playing the Patriots, who are absolutely awful right now. And then the Panthers are playing the Saints. So I was like, I'll take the Saints defense, just because they crushed this team before. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen in against the Patriots because, I mean, they may have a better game, they may not. But in the end, I just chose to go against who was the worst team and pick the defense against them. So, little tip for those who play fantasy football that aren't fully aware, you can always, if you're looking for a defense, you can always go ahead and just see who's playing the worst team in the league and say, I'm going to take those guys and see what happens.
Yeah,
Are you at the shop today, Bleeker?
I'm just leaving right now, Stephen. Actually, I went to the shop this morning, opened it up, but I'm having a bit of a difficult day. I can't really carry anything, so I couldn't bring anything in, and so it's a little messed up.
So I want everybody's opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
So
We'll leave. I'm gonna leave before your opinion. I depart and I'll return. See y'all later.
Right.
not my opinion. I was asking for your opinion. You fucking. Anyway.
that
Well,
was
you
good.
can't have it.
That was great.
That was awesome.
So right now I'm thinking about ending the StreamYard. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
By coincidence, I have an expired card on there
Uh-huh.
that it's trying to hit on there, and I haven't updated.
Sure.
Do I bother renewing it and keeping the StreamYard going? Is it worth my freaking hassle and my
You can
time?
wait till the Black Friday sale.
You think they're gonna have one?
They have
It
one.
depends.
They've had one every year. So
Yeah, but it's a new
sold the
company that owns them,
yeah.
though.
It's a new company now. I don't think they'll have that sale. That being
Because
said,
I was looking at that.
that
I was
being
looking at that. I was
said,
like, oh, because like somebody had said, somebody had mentioned there's a rival to them called what the hell is
Trust
it
me.
called?
Is it worth my while to pay freaking $600 a freaking year on this freaking StreamYard?
I don't know,
I
CJ. I
don't
don't know. I'm paying it. I'm going to continue to pay it.
I mean,
Yeah, but you stream every freaking Sunday religiously on here.
yeah, I stream, and there's a lot of people that like to come on here, so I can't just have one spot or two spots. I'd like to have availability for the crowd. Anybody like Rad, if he wants to pop on, or Loaf, or yourself, or whoever. You know what I mean?
yeah. I forget who the other one, what the other company's called, but like it was just like looking at both of them. It's just like one of those things they had mentioned it like, oh, like a different company bought StreamYard, so whereas they've had that Black Friday sale, the new company might not care about that and just be like, look, you're gonna pay what we tell you. So hopefully they have it. That would be nice to be able to get. Oh, Restream, that's the one. I know it's not what Restream and StreamYard, and from what I saw in that video about the two of them, like Restream doesn't seem like it's all that much better. I think you get more features. And like the features, they kind of piggyback off each other. So what one does well, the other one will implement it and put it in. But I think for your actual subscription, I think StreamYard gives you a little bit more and better features for that. So it's up to you though. I mean, if you don't really, if it's something that you don't
You know what
need,
the thing is? I kind of like, I don't know, like the way that like a lot of the conversations have been going, a lot of the streams have been going. I feel like I need to change things up on my channel. Like been there, done that. I was doing the late night for a long time. It had a good crowd that came in there. It got weird during certain times. But at the same time, like I feel like I get a lot of clout chasers. They jump out of nowhere. Like that's another reason why I didn't do a stream last night, because I know that every single time I do a CBC reaction video stream, everybody that has never come onto my channel in the past or like never support the channel, all of a sudden they jump on because they want to get a spot on the panel to be seen.
Yeah. Well, what I would say is this. I mean, and really, I think the craziest part about StreamYard, and not saying anything bad about it, but the craziest thing with it is that you have to pay now to be able to have like 10 seats or whatever it is, or like to expand past the 6 they give you for free. And when it was back in Google Hangouts, you could have like 10 people with no problem. Like
Well,
it didn't cost you
I
anything.
used to have Google Hangouts, and then I went to Zoom. Zoom, you could have over 100 people.
Yeah, but I don't think Zoom works backwards through this. So I like you'd probably have to go ahead and do some different like setups and everything to get it to work from Zoom to YouTube. So that's where the trouble comes in.
Well, the thing is, StreamYard is stupid is as stupid does kind of format. It's easy and like less complicated than some of the other formats to do. And you got all this little bells and whistles like electricity you see in the background and all that stuff that you get with the StreamYard that you don't get with some of the other platforms. So that makes it easier. But the thing is, I don't know. Do I want to keep giving a platform out there for people to come out and like, because I think I might be the only, I think I'm the only stream left that actually publicly just drops the StreamYard link and lets anybody on, whether you're a maniac or not. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep doing that.
Well, Papa gave his response. If you go into the chat, you'll be able to see it. Papa gave his opinion.
Boobs? He wants
That's
boobs?
hilarious. No, that was a while ago. You had to go down a couple comments.
But he likes boobs.
Well, yeah, that is fine. So his response to you was, "Keep StreamYard, you pussy."
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm that charitable to freaking keep paying for freaking so any maniac could come onto my streams. I don't know if I want to do that. I gotta think about it. Think about it.
Biggie's back, and I wonder if he's gonna give his opinion or if he's gonna tell you that you can't have it again.
He's not gonna give me his opinion. I don't know. It's just I'm contemplating. Is it worth it or is it not fucking worth it? I don't know. Like I never questioned it before because when I was like paying like I think it was like $2.75, whatever the fuck it was. I was like, oh, whatever.
I wanted to show a couple books.
They came out of nowhere with that price hike, and that price hike it went from being $25 a month to was it 45? And well, most people are like, oh, that doesn't sound like that $20 jump in price is big. It's significant, and that I think was in bad taste. Like at least if you were gonna go up, and if you're adding extra features and doing all this crazy shit, fine. I would say the most you would go up in 1 year, from 1 year to the next, like that, would be like $10 if you want to have good faith with people. The fact that they went up 20, that's a little.
Dude, it's like almost 50 with the freaking taxes and everything. It's like $50 plus.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, can you make me big, bro?
Hey, we're having a conversation. Hey, we're having a conversation over here.
Yeah, I think he's in the cab getting home.
Oh.
He just left Biggie. He just left work, and he said he can't lift anything. I think his finger's killing him, frankly.
Yeah.
Ha ha. You can't do
well,
it. You can't do it. Look at me. You can't do it. Look at me. You can't do it. Look at me. Ha 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 ha. Anyway,
he'll be back.
So like, and the other thing is like during quarantine times and like COVID times, I was able to like I was using it for work too. So like I was able to write it off because I was actually using it for work. Now I don't really use it. I actually meet people now, and don't have to Zoom and all that bullshit anymore with people. So I don't know.
No, I hear you. It's definitely it's the price hike that they did. I don't think you're the only one that's like, is this worth it? I think a lot of people are questioning whether it's worth it or not. So. But it all depends on what you do. Like if you use it all the time, if you have to have it, then you're kind of stuck. But if you don't have to have it, then you have a decision to make, whether you want it or whether you don't.
Yeah.
You do some of your best shit by yourself anyway. I think all of us can do good streams without 20 people in there, so I really don't care.
Dude, you know me. I could fucking ramble for 20 hours by myself.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it.
CJ, I wanted to thank you.
Why is that?
It was awfully nice of you to send these to me. And I didn't even know that you were going to send them. I wanted to thank you.
You too.
I
You
think
too.
that it,
You're
Well,
not, you're not
I was
helping. You're part of the problem.
I was surprised. I was surprised by it, but I'm very
You are
happy to
part
help.
of the problem. You know that? You're part of the problem with these bootleggers over here taking my IP and using it, and I'm not getting any royalties from this. Nothing. I will sue you all. Get
Using
them
his
all.
likeness.
I'm not a sticker person. I don't like stickers. I don't make stickers. I don't send stickers. And I will get you.
CJ, you know the sticky goose thing last night with the awards, where they showed they showed the beginning where he was being snarky, and then they cobbled in the voiceovers, the obvious voiceovers. Gosh, that's a wonderful person. I sure like him. Yes, and then his wife says, "Yes, it's wonderful that all this stuff." And I thought it was the funniest thing because it was a trope. It was a Shaggy Dog joke, really. But at the end, he came on live and he won an award, which I still don't quite understand how that whole thing went down. Frankly,
Wait, he actually came on and accepted it?
at the very end, he came on
Wait a minute.
live, and I guess
he came on laughing his ass off. So it's almost like a big middle finger to everybody. So you still voted for me, even though I hate every one of you. And that's like so. It wasn't really like a hot.
That actually is kind of funny.
That's what I was going to say. If you want to talk about if he was being trolled, and then he proved himself to be the actual troll that he is at the end, and I had to laugh. I think that was pretty darn smart marketing on his part.
That is kind of funny. Whether you like the guy or not, that is kind of funny. That's my kind of humor. So I don't know. I'm not mad at the dude.
They build bridges so that trolls can lay on them. So
build a bridge to break it down on them, to blow it up when they're halfway
you don't want to break it
across.
on them. They need a place to live too. Stand near a bridge. That's all I say.
How are things by New Orleans? Who dat? Everything shaking on schedule down there?
They've had a festival every weekend for the last 2 weeks. So and not a festival, they've had multiple festivals. So last week we had about 4 festivals, included with I think it was a Taylor Swift or whatever. So we had a lot of that stuff going on. This weekend you got another festival. Forgot what the hell the festival is. Oh, you got for all my people who are my age who like rap music, we have Louisiana Fest. And it's not Louisiana, it's Louisiana with Lil Wayne. Louisiana.
So you've been partying a lot?
No, I have not. I have not gone in. I went to a burger. I went to a burger place and shared it with the guys. Called Portugal. They have like big drink, called drink called Monsoon in a Portugal. Those are pretty good, and burgers and loaded potatoes. So that was very good. If anybody comes to New Orleans, definitely would say let's go there, eat a burger, have a drink, and relax. But
And
New
next
Orleans
week
is 100% on my bucket list.
Yeah. See, next week they're gonna have Festival Fest, and
I want to go.
Wait, hold on. We almost got a Biggie crotch shot.
I want to go to Jazz Fest. I want to do that.
Jazz Fest is more. Yeah, if anybody does come, I would recommend Jazz Fest. It's like 2 weekends. I think it's the end of. It's like the end of May, last weekend of May, I think first weekend of June, I think. But yeah, that's probably the best festival. I think
What you got for us, Biggie? What you got for us, buddy?
I got a couple books. I got this one. I've never seen anybody show before. Hunger Dogs.
Okay, that's cool. Like, that looks like magazine size, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty big, yeah.
What the hell?
Part of the fourth world.
In the Dark Side Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
That looks wild. Who did the art for that? That's like
Jack Kirby, man.
That's a Kirby? Nice.
Oh yeah.
who colored it?
Must have had a really good colorist.
Yeah, that's wild. I like it.
It's fantastic. The insides are great. And I got this really, really nice cherry copy of Hydra Man.
Oh, nice.
You really try to make cherry a thing, huh?
I mean, I just say it. Nobody has to repeat it.
No, well, listen,
Rob-
we could make cherry a thing.
Rob Fatstack's Barry's banger for me, so I couldn't quit on that. Yeah, nice little copy. And then the ferret.
The ferret. You got to everyone.
Oh, baby.
Wait, who did a video on that? Matt wasn't it Matt that did a whole thing on the ferret?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just showed this.
I've
What
got,
was
a,
the
I've got a
badger?
copy in order.
That I dig, man. I love those Dead Worlds.
That's good, ain't it?
Oh man, those are that's
Dead
my
Worlds
fucking
are good.
jam.
Yeah, the Dead Worlds are really good.
Those
Yeah,
are my
this is
jam.
Not
this
for
is a
wussy.
no, not for wussies. That's right. Yeah, not for wussies variant. That's why I grabbed it. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch.
All right,
Catch y'all later.
All right,
Thank
Biggie
you.
man. We appreciate
I'll
you,
be back.
brother. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you when you get back.
So that was it. You just came, showed us your crotch, your comics, and then
He conquered.
Bleeker,
left.
Mr. Bleak,
Yeah.
I I showed some modern stuff, but because this is church and I want to do it right, I pulled some slabs I would like to show if that's all right.
Absolutely okay with me. I'm also going to show a few books because I just got it's my birthday coming up pretty soon.
When's your birthday?
November
Armistice Day.
November the 11th. So Remembrance Day indeed. And I got a gift from Steppo. So this was a gift from Steppo, my awesome sweater that I'm wearing right now, which I really, 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 really love. And then he sent me a whole bunch of comics that were, I think, unopened. I don't even think he knows what's in them. So
No, well, you want to go? You want to show yours first because it is you're the man.
I am gonna do this. So I'm really happy about this because I am collecting Ice Cream Man now.
Are you really?
Yeah, I didn't collect it when it first came out, but I really enjoy it. So I have started collecting the floppies for it.
I've got a lot of ice cream mans.
Yeah, I really like it. So I want to get the whole set. First, you got your Demon Days.
First couple of issues are still pricey.
Yes, I find on eBay it's stupid because everybody's asking like $25 per issue, like, and it's always the same issue. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm trying. I'm working on finding them.
That's cool.
Yeah, the Joker one's really awesome, and it's got like a COA of. I'm guessing it's a fancy variant cover.
I gave you that.
You sure did.
What the hell's the matter with me?
Well, I think that you didn't look. That's what I think. Because, if I wouldn't have got that for sure, you would have. That's a Steppo book all over it right there. I don't know what this is, but it's beautiful. I haven't opened it yet as far as the book is concerned, but I really love the art on it.
Graphics, yeah.
A very horny lady is what it is.
Art.
She is quite horny.
Yeah. We got some. So these are actually Comic Tom mystery boxes.
Uh-oh.
Just so everybody knows, there were 5 or 6 of them that I got.
Bring out the haters.
You got to mention his name, right? It's Comic Tom. Oh my God, that's the worst.
I hate him. Except when he's fighting for our rights against Sticky.
Exactly. Except when he's being a hero.
That was an adventure in killing with kindness. It was a beautiful thing to see.
He really, he came down out of Olympus and really crushed that one. I'll tell you that. And these are all. The one thing I can say about these books is they are all in like really good condition. None of these books are in bad condition at all. Most of them are in near mint condition, to be honest. So that is one thing I can say about. This is cool. I love this.
You gotta check these clothes real quick.
That's a revolver, right? Or something? The recount?
Probably, yeah, I would imagine. I just love the cover on it. And you
It's
got
a Scarface homage.
Throg, yes.
Yeah, I actually know some shit about comic books, believe it or not.
This one I like because I love Sandman, so I'm gonna try and collect the Sandman run as well. But I think that's cool. Sandman has always had really good stories. The stories are really good. This one I have no fucking idea. Little Guardians. No idea. It must be a Comic Tom book or something. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Well, no, that's a Scout comic thing.
It does have like an homage feel to it, like a 90s, 80s feel to it, but I don't know what it is. You've got your Surfer Warlock Resurrection. And, you know, at least it's a number 1, so thanks.
Want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
That's one of my most hated characters to draw, Silver Surfer.
Hard to draw. Hard to draw.
Difficult to draw the Surfer.
Because he's
It's all the shiny shit.
He's too shiny. It's really hard to get that across unless you're.
all the shadows and stuff.
What else do we got over here? We got some more comic books, and then we'll.
I always know when Hudat's still here because of his ringtone.
He's constantly leveling up over there. We got some Teen Titans. I'm not a huge Teen Titans fan, but this looks like it's the Perez era of Teen Titans.
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. I do love Aliens a lot, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm a big fan of the Alien franchise.
Look at that fucking thing.
Yeah, it's awesome, eh? It's a great cover.
Dark Horse, right?
This is Dark Horse Alien Genocide. It's dope. Big fan.
Those old Dark Horse books are going to have their day again.
I think so. I know this was sought after for a long time. I don't know if it's still a sought after book, but you know.
Well, that's Dr. Doom on the cover.
I know.
Almost.
Doom spec.
Almost.
Would you just call me? Jeez, man. It's 2024.
All right.
Hey, be open to it.
I'm out of here, Bleak. I hope you're feeling a little bit better with the finger. You guys have a wonderful Sunday. And that's all I got to say.
That is fair. That's Who Dat. You can catch on graphic content on every, I think, other Wednesday with Boston Chris.
I think we're gonna do one this Thursday.
Nice.
Coming. I'm gonna talk to Chris. We'll talk about some things.
But
yeah, appreciate you. Branda Brothers in probably like a couple of weeks. So we'll see you guys there. And everybody have a good one, man. My
Go
unboxing
Saints.
videos, thank you. Go Saints. But my unboxing videos are under protest until January of 2025. So all of the big books I got unboxed. You see the videos, they're kind of listed.
Who Dat? I mentioned you last night in my acceptance speech, bro. I was like,
I didn't know where to watch it at.
And I was like, you better watch out. Who Dat's coming for you guys next year?
Yeah.
Unboxing.
Yeah. I'm dropping. I got a lot of videos. I'm gonna record and stuff. So
Yeah.
but yeah.
He told them that they better not pout and they better not cry.
Oh yeah. It's all.
And they better not shout. And I'll tell you why.
And I'm coming for the spec challenge. I'm coming for the spec challenge with the new series that I've talked about before. Spec that is not a spec. Season 1 drops next year.
All right.
Very good.
I love this book much.
Yeah, y'all be cool. Help Bleeker out. Buy the rest of the wall.
All right.
Make him keep rebuilding that wall. Just put him to work.
I had to rebuild it already. Please, Louise. Come on, man.
Make him build it again.
Build it again. We can rebuild.
We got to get that finger in rehab. That would help the finger.
Appreciate you, Who Dat.
Yeah,
Who Dat, thanks very much for coming on my auction yesterday and helping out.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, I know you would need a break every now and then. So
this guy is really. There's a lot going on here.
If I could do that, I'd have $1 million right now.
I feel very uncomfortable looking at him doing that.
I know I'd be making money doing something. I'm not sure what it is. All right. Oh, like I said, I got a bunch of these when they did come out, but remember the Marvel Pride, the Voices, the Pride Month. This is actually a really nice cover, so I actually really like it.
Very pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice. You know, I'm very happy to own it. I did get a lot of the Pride books that came out that month. I think it was 2021, maybe.
Hey, let's turn back the clock and make America Chavez a thing again. I like that.
This is awesome.
How is that?
This is huge. What's that?
Steppo freaked out. He's like, nah.
I know.
What is that, dude? It's Phantom. It's Phantom Woman.
It says Betty Page. I think it's Betty Page number 3 or something like that.
Dude, what is that? I never knew that existed. I want to get that now.
Yeah, me too, because it's awesome. So
Action Tank with the
Action
Jetsons.
Tank, first issue with the Jetsons, and I'm not sure. There's some things going on there. This is the trade dress of that comic that you like.
Dude, I actually like the trade dress even better.
I love the trade dress, to be
So
honest.
do I.
Yeah, there you are,
Yeah.
Steppo. What were you saying, Steppo? We lost your voice.
No, I just you could tell that I didn't go through the books before I sent them.
I can definitely tell. Tell. Like, that's a Steppo book. How'd I get that? Power Girl.
No, I want you to have it all for your
Power
birthday.
Girl does not look the same in this, and I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
Maybe
No, I think that's not really Power Girl because
That's a
it
different
doesn't have the boob port.
exactly. Like, it's just not.
It seems like she needs more ventilation in that
I
outfit.
think
of hers.
so. When you have something like that going, ventilation is essential.
It's a key issue to superpowers.
that's the-
Ventilation.
No, is that the first Boom Boom?
Secret Wars 2 number 5 in a 9-issue limited series. Ooh.
Limited only by your imagination.
Ooh. This one's really good condition, and it's a great book, and I like it because I like the way Mary Jane's drawn on this cover.
Yeah, I have that one.
Right.
Annual 19.
I have that one. I have
That's-
that one.
I'm so mad too in this. Like, what?
That's the first time
Yeah,
ever
you wanna-
Mary Jane with the Spidey costume on.
See?
that right?
Like,
There's
Find one before that.
I like I don't know, I like this cover, and it's a really, really nice shape. Again, all the books in this lot were in really good shape. Tom is not selling you, I don't know, 6s and 5s. He's selling.
This all came out of a box.
These all came. There was
Box?
probably about 6 boxes altogether. Like there was 5 in each box or something like that.
Okay.
It could be different numbers. I could be wrong, but
I don't think I think I might have that one. I really don't know.
Very
nice. Tell us about her.
this I have no idea what it is. So if anybody wants to tell me, you're more than welcome to. I might be undisputed. It could,
Indiana Jones.
no, it's got.
Jonah
Jonah
Hex?
Jonah Hex or
Hex?
something. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Before
could
it
be
came out.
something else. Could be undisputed. Not quite sure. It's probably a Comic Tom book. Fucking Tom.
Nice artwork.
This one I love the artwork on this. This is my favorite.
Yeah, I have that one. I love that book. Haha.
Yeah, absolutely love the art on this book. This is
Artie, what's her name that's on it? I know who that is. You want? I actually got that as a giveaway from a Comic Tom years ago.
This is it was a Comic Tom box, so that does make sense. He probably got a bunch of them, but I really love that.
incredible.
I love Haha. Haha.
Yeah, Haha was good. That's why I like the Ice Cream Man too. Same.
Ice Cream Man was awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to collect that now. I've got a smattering of them. What are there, 40 of them or something like that?
I think it's issue number 2 was like my favorite story that they did, just because that one they leave the end up to you, kind of like Watchmen, where it's just like either this person moves on and does a positive thing with their life, or they go right back into what was killing them in the first place.
There's a lot of that stuff with Ice Cream Man where they're like cliffhangers and stuff like that.
Dollar Bin book.
Lisa Noble says that's a Cult of Dracula. Oh, cool! Because I like the Cult of Dracula. I didn't know they had different covers for that. I have the A cover for Cult of Dracula #1.
That's First Wasp.
First Wasp 9-4.
Dollar Bin.
Yeah, that's a reprint. Get out of here! Get out of here with your reprints.
Reprint.
Now we didn't say how many dollars, but to the
Holy
Dollar Bin,
shit!
that's a good one. I like
Yeah,
This is the Pennsylvania copy of this one, 9-2.
That's the first time Hulk was in the book,
No,
or no?
No, you're close. 60 is the first that when he was on the cover. 60, that purple cover.
There's something else that's significant about that book, though.
I think this is the first origin and first appearance of the leader.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, I knew there was something to it.
Here's another. All of these are old labels.
I like that. That's so cool. Like with the tank and everything, that's a great cover.
I like those split. Like I know people hate that stuff, but I like those split cover, like 2-story covers on there.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And this is just a pro tip. The old labels, if you are a comic book reseller, if you're a comic book presser, old labels are what you are actually looking for. If you find an old label, chances are it hasn't been pressed and cleaned.
No, I don't think they weren't doing it then.
Exactly. That's why you look for old labels, and then you determine the damage after that. But
Yeah, that's when everybody was on the honor system. Just send it in and hope for the best.
Sometimes the only bad thing is sometimes they get damaged more in the book in the case. You gotta be careful.
oh yeah, absolutely.
The old cases.
Mm-hmm.
These are the when I bought these years and years ago from a guy was because he was focusing on Tales of Suspense, and he knew that I liked Astonish, and he had put these all of these together. This is a 9.4. I mean, they're all 9.2s, 9.4s of these. I love Ant-Man, so.
Rad Art says there's 42 issues of Ice Cream Man. Well, Rad, I will be collecting all 42 issues at some point in my life.
It's definitely obtainable.
I think I have 10 issues right now, maybe 12.
Yeah, I think I started with the first 10.
And then, oh, nice. I also want an Iron Man 55 in my life. That's a desirable book for me.
I like that book. I know people don't like that cover, but I really dig that cover.
The Iron Man 1? The Iron Man 1 cover is great.
Oh,
Yeah, they get a lot of shit for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm really into it.
Splash hates that. He says all the time, I hate that cover. Oh, do I hate them? Like, dude, like you at least have one to hate.
What's the grade on that, Stephen?
This is a VF. This one's never been cleaned or pressed. The guy bought it from Old Label. He said that he had sent it in. This was a seller. He had sent it in and didn't do the cleaning and pressing. He says so. It could certainly get a bump in the grade if you wanted to take it out. I'm perfectly content with a VF, an 8.0 for this.
That's a book I want.
Yeah,
I don't care what, as long as it's presentable. I want a nice presentable copy at least. But that's a book I've been it's been on my target. I've never had that in my collection.
I don't say I'm jealous of Stephen's books too often, but there are a couple in his collection where I'm like, oh, that gives my heart a little jealousy. And that is one of those books, Stephen. That is one of those books, buddy.
And that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of a lot of my shit, and I'm just going to consolidate and have books like that.
Are you kidding me? A 9.8? Holy smackaroos, buckaroo.
Like you do.
Tell me it's a Mark Jewelers.
Yeah, is it Mark Jewelers as well?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Wait, when was it?
Yes. No, it is. It is.
No, wait. When was it? When was it done? When was it encapsulated?
I don't know when it was. This is like I think this is the second. I don't know which generation this is. Second generation slab, I think.
That's a.
There is a possibility there might be a Mark Jewelers in there, and they didn't put it in there. On the label.
Yeah, like what you'd have to do is
don't worry about it. It's a 9.8. Just leave it alone, Simbo.
Yeah, well, you can look it up on CGC with a certain number and see what it is. But
Oh my
I mean, the
God.
only thing that would make that better if it's not Mark Jewelers would be if it was a 35-cent. Like you know what I mean? Like if you get a 9 of that.
Well, finally, you're back down to earth with a little 9.4. It's about
Oh
time.
yeah,
Yeah, just a measly 9.4.
Another one of my favorite books of all time.
I haven't shown any of the. I haven't shown these in a group for. I never have actually. This is the first time I've shown these as a group.
I love that book.
Not at all.
Is that you? Who
One of
do you
those.
have Iron Man 55? Is that what you're telling me? I want.
Where's Jackal?
I want
I
Iron
think
Man
you
55.
did. I think you did have one.
I want a
Or don't.
55.
This one I could send back in because they were incredibly harsh on this book.
You are just throwing out the bangers today. Just banger.
Yeah, like I said, I haven't. I decided that I would, since in my petulance over not winning the Monday special, I have to punish them with big books. I don't think that makes any sense. But
Yeah, the crowd feels very punished, Stephen, for having to look at your books.
This will show them.
This will show you guys. Here's my 9.0 giant size X-Men. Take that.
Hey, that's not a bad book to have. I got the same one,
I have
but
one of those. I don't have
the
it.
9 is upside down.
Why you got to do that, Stephen? Why you got to be like that?
I just want to share.
Why you got to be like that? You know
You know how it goes.
I see what you're like. I see.
Yeah,
what
That's
we go.
another good one.
Dude, it's 3D. Do 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 do
You know what?
do.
Let's get him off the main stage. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that they keep fucking up with the Blade talk with the movie.
Me
So
too,
I
bro.
could find it. So I could actually get an affordable version of that.
How dare you ignore me? How dare you when I'm trying to show the same book as him?
Oh, hey, I got one of those, but it has no cover.
That book saddens me.
You want to just give me the cover on that one, Steven? I'll
Sure.
That book
Why does
makes
it
me
sadden
very
you?
sad.
Why?
Why? Because because of stupid shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It lost a lot of its luster. Which honestly, it's a great book to have.
I say that is fine by me because for the first time in a long time, that book is somewhat affordable if you go to the right place and find it in the right time.
It's very
there was one-
affordable if you're going to get it in like lower grades.
No, not
What
even lower. I saw a 7.0, right? It was 7.0 or 7.5 at Terrificon for $1,200,
yeah,
and I was just like, that's insane.
yeah. It's too much for that book, and I love the book, but it's
No, that wasn't too much for that. Like I've seen, seven O's and 7.5s were going for like $3,000 like 2 years ago.
Yes, yeah. That's sorry. I see 7.0s should be going for, like we're going for $3,000 to $4,000. I was just looking them up online not too long.
Yeah. No, Blade is not scrapped. They said it, and then they were like, no, we're still doing it.
Blade's
There you go.
That's a good one.
Yep.
That's a very underrated from so many years.
Truly.
It only started getting love like a couple years ago, the way it should.
That's because people can't get a giant size.
This is my copy of this book.
Oh my god. Just
That's a book I need. Like I really need that
This
book.
white pager.
Wow.
We're just pulling out every book that I've ever wanted, Steven. Thanks, buddy. You're all right.
No problem.
I don't have any of those. I shouldn't say I don't have any of them. I don't have Hulk 181. I don't have a giant size. I don't have a Werewolf 832.
I have a Werewolf 32, but no House of Secrets. No,
Yeah, I don't have that either.
I'll
Yeah, I
give you a funny but sad story. I used to have multiples of that book with the stamp cutout and with the you know how they used to do the newsstands where they used to cut off the front of the cover like a partial of
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah,
used
remainder. Yeah.
I used to get them in the quarter bins when I was a kid.
I know, I know, Papa. I thought he wasn't a jerk too, but here he is being a jerk.
5.5.
That's a really
That's
nice. Jeez.
This is such a hard book because of Loki's costume on the spine.
Yes.
I really like that cover.
I do too. I love this book.
Yeah, I need one of those.
Oh, me too, bro. Oh my god.
The back
I don't
cover's
know.
the best.
I was just never into the Space Ghost and the Johnny Quests and all that stuff. It was never did it for me.
I grew up with them, and I love it. Doug Wildey did the layouts for Johnny Quest, and I love the fact they're flying around with laser rifles and all that other cool stuff.
Now you're trolling him. You might as well just show the Hulk too.
Yeah, the back is the best.
Oh my god, yeah.
I love the back cover.
Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. That's that adult theme thing that they did in the 90s is the only thing that stays with me. Space Ghost.
Oh, it's 5.
Ha! Holy smokes, folks. You're getting treated to some amazing books today.
Steppo, it's disappointing. That's only a 6.5, man. What the hell?
I know it's sad. It's all I could afford. in the day, this the other one that I did was the Hulk one, where these were the two investment books that I finally, and I kept talking about it on my reports to the price guide. And I would say I recommend that you get a high grade silver at this point because the longevity is there, and it'd be a good place to park your money. And I think I gave 35 for this, 35K, and this it has appreciated. I mean, it's like triple that now. It's around $100,000 for these, but it was, again, I'm not a huge Spider-Man collector. This cover, however, is a beautiful cover of him, and of course, it's the book to have. And
even if you're not a Spider-Man collector, you're a history collector, and that is history right there.
I mean, that's as class as class get as far as superheroes are considered.
Yeah, man.
So now that I think is the only book that you've shown that everybody on the panel will be like, whoa, but like Who Dat is the only one that can come back and be like, oh yeah, that's nothing. I have one of those. Like
Supergirl one, yes.
He might have. He either has the same grade or a little higher.
He's got a good grade in that book. He sure does.
Everything else you just slotted people. Oh no! Don't have. Oh my God! Look at that! Don't have that.
That's a nice one.
I mean, such a nice cover. Great.
There's collectors that go and purposely buy those like fire versus water covers.
Exactly.
There's a bunch of weird things. So, like there's a guy that came into my shop that collects marble covers. So anybody that's ever playing marbles, I know Lulu's got a few. He just likes marble covers. That's what he collects. I'm like, that's so bizarre.
I just like how nice that cover was. It's like it looks so great.
Wait, what do you mean marble covers?
Like people playing marbles.
Is that a brown cover, Steven?
Seriously?
No, black. It's black.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
Even still, it's just like, I mean, a 9.4 in a cover like that's just about impossible to do.
Marble covers?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Why don't you like Marvel comics? Art?
To each their own, man. I don't know what
Marbles
that's a good one.
Help you.
The Legion
First
of Superhero.
Legion.
I love that cover.
Oh, Matt just got a hard on.
Oh
First
yeah,
Legion.
Matt's definitely. He's out there. He's jack-a-lacking right now.
That's why I said what I said. I was like, ooh, that, that's not a book you see often at all.
It's a nice cover.
No, and they're always hammered. They're very, very hard to get in high grade. This took.
Yeah.
I started collecting the Legion in 1960, and it took me till just a few years ago.
Who Dat's action is 5-0.
Oh, 5-0. You gotcha.
He got.
But still.
But his GSX 1 is a 9.2. So
Oh, that's cool. I like that. He's gonna shoot Ant-Man. Ant-Man's all tiny.
Well, guess what? I got a worse GSX2. I have a 6.0. How's that?
I have the worst GSX. I have none.
I have 0 GSXs in my
I
collection.
compare everybody else's.
But it's being shown on Church and it's been shown on the club. I feel like Steppo's
Oh my
books.
God! Don't do this to me. See, I need that.
For Sabrina, right?
Steppo's books are
Yes.
my books. You see,
And then
Am I right?
Yes, you're right.
All right.
And then a 7.0, so if you go on the CG, I mean that's CBCS, but if you go on the census, that is such a high grade and hard to find book. At a 7.0, like you might as well be holding a 9.8 at this point. That is a great book.
Feel in your heart that these are our books that Steppo is showing. Don't worry, he's doing it. Right.
Yeah, I would love that 7.0 of that.
He just happens to be holding on to them for us. That's all.
He's like a vault. You put him in the
I'm gonna
vault.
get one, but it's gonna be decidedly less. I need a new one of those.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I have one that's raw that I don't know. Do I grade it? Do I not grade it, that book?
If it's a nice copy, there's no reason not to.
It's decent. It's got to be at least 8.5, somewhere around there.
8.5. You grade.
You'll have to ask the professor if it should slab or not to slab.
I'm actually looking for people to send me videos. So if you do want to send me one, that'd be great, Mr. Journey.
Well, those are those are pretty much those. I finally got my Hulk #4. I have just a few Golden Age to show that were just in the stack.
Yeah, please do.
There you go.
This is
That's
the
cool.
highest graded copy of this book.
Very nice.
Nice yellow cover.
And
There's
then you
people
can
that just collect the yellow covers too, right? Like
The red covers, purple covers.
anything.
I
This
got
is
purple
the
cover
first,
fetish.
this is the first tryout for a Supergirl,
Oh, interesting. That's a nice cover. I like that.
Superboy number 5, and this
Wow.
is from November, December of 1949. And this is
Colors are
the
really good.
they're not a particularly easy book to find, and it was a fluke. I don't think the guy knew. I don't think the person who was selling it knew the significance of the book. I'm just another, older Superboy,
Mhm.
but very nice, very very nice grade on it, which is odd. Good color,
Yeah.
good color strike too.
Good color.
The colors are strong on that book. Very, very nice.
Is it a blue or a purple, Stephen? That's sort
It's
of
a deep, it's a blue, kind of
Okay.
a royal, light creamy royal blue.
nice.
And then here is a
Ooh.
Junior.
Feldstein cover.
That's cool. That is cool.
Junior's sitting there. He's like, hold on, let me see if I can get you back to. I keep paddling further and further away from that dock.
She looks so big compared to that poor boat.
Hey, Seppo, how much do you press on having high grades of those older books?
How much do I press?
Like how important to you is it? Like the obtain some of these books in higher grade. Like, do you pass up on like lower grade ones, even though it's something you need in your collection?
Well, the fact on those kinds of books that the lower grades are so expensive that if you're if you're going to make the expenditure, then you say, well, then you say, well, I'd rather have 2, or I'm upgrading, and then you sell your lower copy. And what I have found when I have done that, I haven't done it very often, that when I try to sell the lesser grade, it always is very difficult to recoup what I put into it. And I would rather not take a huge discount on my first book that I had to pay up for to then chase the second. So I always try to. My mantra has always been buy the best you can find and afford. And then if it's the best you can do, then you don't feel as though you have to go out and then upgrade. And I did that with my first collection, that I would get a copy as a completist. And then after I would get it, then I'd say, well, I want to upgrade that copy. And I do, as a collecting direction, upgrade is kind of a bird, because you're duplicating your expense. So wherever possible, I always would shoot for the best I could find and or afford. And it's certainly, and then the main thing is, if you can, is hold on, just hold on to your books, because then appreciation over the years. All of those 70s keys that I bought those years ago, before they. Matter of fact, I bought those defensively when a collection came into my comic shop, not that comic shop, but my local LCS. And I just basically bought the Moon Knight. I bought the X-Men, the giant size X-Men. The only one I didn't buy was the Hulk 181, because for some reason the guy that put the collection together, it was a lower grade, and I wanted to have a nice representative copy of that book. And so that so I do pursue the best grade I can find and afford, and then just sit back and then just let it appreciate and have it in the collection. That's how I go.
Well,
How much of a haggler are you?
Rad
beg your
Stepper
pardon?
did just sell all his guns, so he could have been a hitman in his career. You never know.
I wasn't a hitman, but I collected collectible U.S. martial arms for about 40 years, 30, 40 years. And I approached purchasing firearms the same way I would approach collecting comics, which was buy the best you can afford. And I finally decided that the time was right to sell them. And so what my friend Mark Oldroyd I have a story about Mark Oldroyd. I'm going to break in here. He said, guns for comics. He says, I like it, and it just stuck with me. But what he had, he bought a Dynamic Forces Jack Kirby signs COA collection Kirby book, and because he didn't have a Jack Kirby signature. So he says it's such a beautiful book. I'm sending it in to have it at the CGC get the signature thing on it. And what he found, it came back that it was not a legit signature.
Oh,
Hmm.
And the thought was that, when Jack was getting older, his wife Roz would be
Right.
signing a lot of the books as well. Have you heard that, Biggie?
I've heard
Yeah,
that.
it's true.
I've heard that. Yeah.
And so what he actually got, they didn't say it was, but he got Roz Kirby's signature, not Jack Kirby's signature.
Almost like
Yeah.
an auto pen thing.
Say
Well,
again?
Almost like an auto pen thing.
No, she was going. She was. They've been finding work in the attic for a long time, signed by Jack.
I also heard that she did a little collaring that people don't know about. Like she actually collared on some of the books.
Oh, is that so? I hadn't heard that, but I had heard that
Yeah.
she had helped because he couldn't do it, and she wanted to help him, which I thought was very wonderful. And one thing about Kirby, what was his real name, Biggie?
Jacob, wasn't it?
What
Jacob
was it?
Kurtzberg.
And in World War II, because he could draw, they used him for reconnaissance. So he would go ahead where the guys were going to be coming, and he was with Patton. He would go ahead, and then he would draw the scene so that they could basically come up with their battle plan, where the emplacements were, and all that stuff. And for the most part, he went by himself. He didn't
Dangerous
go with
work.
that was his job. I mean, brave as hell. And so here he goes, and he came onto this. There was a little town that they were going to go into, and he was looking, and he could see that there was a tavern, and the door was standing open, and he could see bottles of booze on the wall. And so he goes, "Oh, this looks good." And so he walked into this tavern, and as he walked in the door and was reaching for the bottle, he looked to his right, and here were 3 SS officers. And basically, they pulled guns on him, and they said, "Well," and then they looked at his dog tag. "Mr. Kurtzman is a Jew." And he says, "What are we going to do with him?" And they're all laughing, and they're going to kill him. And one of the Nazis was close enough to him, and he had a dagger in his boot. And then Kirby described it. He says, "And all I know, I totally blacked out, but I made a grab for the knife, and I don't remember what happened. And when I came to, all 3 Germans were dead, stabbed to death at my feet."
Mhm.
That's Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby is definitely the kind of person you want hanging out in a bar with you. That's for sure. He was a tough. He's a tough bloke. That guy.
I literally did not have any idea that was something that had happened to him, and I was stunned when I read that.
Yeah, he would definitely kick Stan Lee's ass.
Yeah, he was known to be a tough brawler, a bit of a tough guy. You didn't muck around with him too much. That's for sure.
He didn't suffer stuff very much, but that story really got me. And I guess that Sid Shores, Avison, who was the other main artist for Timely, went into the war, and then that made Sid Shores the next artist up for the covers. And so you'll see that in the Timelies during the war. Then Avison gets drafted, and then Sid Shores got drafted. And so he went over, and I believe that he was in the battle. I believe it was the Battle of the Bulge when they went up to relieve the 101st Airborne, and he got wounded. And so then they evacuated him out, and he was in England till the very end of the war. And then when he went back home, after he had convalesced in England enough to be moved, then he went back, and then he went back to work for Timely. And I guess that Kirby was still there at that point, working with Timely in some fashion. And they were down, I think, in the lunchroom or something, talking. And they said, "Well, were you in the war?" "Yeah, I got injured. I went up and I was at the Bulge, and I got injured." He says, "Who are you with?" He says, "I was with the Third Army. I was with Patton." He says, "I was with Patton too." He says, "What unit were you in?" They were in the same unit, and they had never seen each other.
That's crazy, eh?
And I just go, wow, what a, and you read about these guys, and I write this on my when I do my books, when I do my research, you find out who these people were, what they did in the war or what they didn't do in the war. And Ken Bald, for example, who was the Good Girl artist for Timely and for Marvel, very, very well. I mean, he was Stan Lee's favorite Good Girl face artist. Ken Bald enlisted in the Marine Corps, and he went to Peleliu and Tarawa and Iwo Jima. And during this island hopping campaign, he was so good, Ken Bald was, that they kept advancing him in rank because he was a leader of men. And when he mustered out of the Marine Corps at the end of the war, he was a full captain, up from the rank, from being drafted up through the ranks. And he was so good that even in an Army intelligence.
Is what Callie says true? Did he serve with Dr. Seuss? Is that an actual thing? Or is Callie just being a...
No, Dr. Seuss did serve. Like he did take place in World War II.
So I wonder if they actually served together. That's interesting.
I think that the to see the lives of these people who basically were heroes in the war, it's just it puts things into perspective. That really moves me when you find out these things. And I look at Kirby covers and I look at the architecture and I showed all of my Marvel monsters on Friday. I showed all of those and all of these beautiful Jack Kirby covers that he produced in that time frame. And you go, wow, it's so Kirby was so emulated and he was copied, and all these people that got their thing going. And then you read that story about what actually happened in the war to him, and it just makes me shake my head. And humanity, and these were human beings, not just guys drawing comic books, but they were human beings. Susan's dad was a radio operator and also a gunner in a B-24 Liberator. And he was in one of the raids that went over Ploesti, which was they had to bomb it 3 times in Romania because of the oil fields. And he actually shot down 2 flock of wolves in that. And just like the Memphis Belle, they made his crew, the captain and all the crew, and the name of his B-24 was Lonesome. And they had the nose art with a gal. And then they had all the names of the guys on it because they were all lonesome. That was the way that they did it. But they did the full 44. He had more missions, but they had the full 44 missions in the B-24, including Ploesti and many others. And they came through like the Memphis Belle. Everybody came through unwounded and no deaths. It's an absolute miracle. But that's what Susan's dad did.
That's crazy.
Kind of make you look differently at all the World War II and like Army and military covers that Kirby and guys like him actually did. Like,
yes,
because it's coming from a very different place than your average artist.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. And Kirby saw this.
Yeah.
Kirby could see it. So, like, if you look at when he does Sergeant Fury and some of the tropes and Happy Sam and Dum Dum and all the different ethnic groups that were involved in the Howlers, and how he would merge them all together. It really was something, the way he did that. And he does it with such sincerity because he lived it. So it really makes a difference. I think it does color that.
Which makes you kind of think why a lot of those covers that artwork on those books don't get more attention that they should, because it's coming.
Oh, I pay attention to them.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know somebody who does.
Yeah, I like all them more books.
I'm
talking about as far as the public. They're not really caring much about Sergeant Fury and books like that.
Not what they should. No, you're correct. Sergeant Rock, I have to say, I like Sergeant Fury, but I do like Sergeant Rock better because I grew up with Sergeant Rock and Kanigher and Kubert, I mean, as far as that,
Mm.
it's. I feel that there's enough room that both can be. I mean, very, very good because they
Yeah,
are.
Unknown Soldier is amazing. Enemy Age,
Enemy Ace. I mean,
even Tarzan is really good.
the
See, the
Haunted
only
Tank.
one of those books that I was really into was Weird War Tales.
I
Yes.
like that a lot.
Those are
That was
great.
really that was my favorite book from that era as far as army and military stuff. I was never into like real army stuff.
I like
because,
Army.
like,
I got one right here, Blake. Let me
I-
show one I just pulled
I
out.
was never into it because like we see enough horror in our lives in the news. I don't need to read my comics like about army shit.
I don't know who did this cover, but it's a Atlas. I got a couple I could show real quick. I don't know if Steppo has one of these or not, but
Like me a good ghost tank story, baby. Fucking right, Rad.
I like this Call.
Apex saying
Call is
hello.
a really good one.
Oh.
Got a
I
sharp
like
copy
Call.
of that one.
Call's good.
Yeah, my buddy Unreleased Simeon really likes this cover. He has the not
Who
the
owns the
original
rights
art,
to
but
Coles now?
I
Oh,
don't
there's
know.
the Gibbon gang
Gibbon
thing.
guy.
I like
Yeah.
Warlord from DC, brother. Like the Warlord from DC. I think it's fucking awesome. It never gets any love. I'm
That's
very-
the Worms jam.
Yeah, here's some more stuff. Battleground.
That's nice.
I don't. This might be a Russ Heath, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just got that gray shadowing stuff, and then this Aquaman. I thought of Steppo liking that.
Very cool.
That's a cool cover.
How
That's
old is
a
that?
great
What is
cover.
that, Biggie? What is that Aquaman? How old is that? Is that a
It's a
like
Silver Age. Yeah,
silver? Yeah.
I think
so
it's probably Cardi, Nick
That's
Cardi.
Yeah, I think it is tardy.
that's pretty nice, man.
Yeah.
That's nice art.
It's a nice little key too. It's like the death of Aquaman and some other shit going on, I think. But
Covers are very
Really nice.
bright on that cover right now.
oh, it's so beautiful. So I was looking at a Golden Age pre-code. I'm sure Steppo might know it. It's crime suspense stories
Yeah.
24. The one where the guy's in the tub and the guy's
Yes.
got to act.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good
I-
one.
I feel like that is underpriced because you look at 22, it's like 10,000, and 24 it's just about as nostalgic. It's not as good as 22, but you can get one for like $500, like complete. That's all I got, Blake. Thank you.
No worries, brother.
That's pretty good too, though.
Callie mixed up two different stories, and now he's
I'll give you a good story about Kirby too. Is when he went to DC and he got on Jimmy Olsen, he also wanted to bring back Captain Marvel, and he was going to work on that project, but he was just too overloaded with art, and he wasn't living close to wherever I think in New York or something. He was living in California, so he actually, I think it was it CC Beck ended up doing the Captain Marvel instead of Kirby, but it was just because Kirby wanted that project to come back. So if it weren't for Kirby saying that, we wouldn't have got Captain Marvel back in DC.
I'm
which
kind
was
of
really nice.
happy though that he didn't do it. Like I never thought of Kirby's art being the greatest for Superman and those kind of characters. So I'm kind of happy that didn't work out because the characters that he did were more, Superman has a specific look to it. Captain Marvel has a specific look. Anytime you take somebody and they really change it up, it looks wonky. You ever see those superpower books?
Yeah, I like Superpower. That was after they said he couldn't do the face. They ended up letting Kirby was like, I ain't having none of that. He did.
I
he
wasn't
did Superman
thrilled
by
with him.
himself. Yeah, but that's cool.
Kurt Schaffenberger did a very good job with Captain Marvel. I think.
He's the one that did it in the early run of the 70s.
Bleeker, I just have a few more to show because CJ was talking about Weird War.
Oh, you're gonna make me jealous, aren't you? Yep, there it is.
Oh, there it is. First
Oh, hell
commander
yeah.
creature.
Jealous.
I was on my way to getting that, and then it got hot. I was like, I want a Kubrick first appearance, and boom! It was like the next week that was a big book.
Yeah, it's in that grade. It's a big book actually.
I got the first Unknown Soldier, I think, from that
Nice.
series. The GI
What ain't in
Robot
that
one.
series?
Oh, getting some hot Voltron spec action.
I was showing Bleeker a book yesterday that had something to do with Robotech. It's a pretty good one.
And this
That was
one
my-
was a foam. This was a FOMO from the immortal Biggie Shack.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that Biggie likes that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna end up getting that one again. I'm not into like girl covers, but that one is.
You
special to me.
sold your copy of that? What the fuck?
I was going after GSX, I think, at the time. I had to get that giant size.
I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I did that a lot early on. I had a whole bunch of timelies because I basically turned my Silver Age collection, my original Silver Age collection, into timelies and Schomburg covers. And I accumulated a lot of it because the way I worked the deal with this dealer that I dealt with. And then the price for the timelies, when I sold them the Silver Age, silver had gone high. I do not have the first heap. They
What,
went,
the Airboy 1?
I don't. I have a few Airboys, but I don't.
Mhm.
That's one I don't have. But I ended up basically then shifting over to chasing Schomburg to begin with, and when then the timely swung way high, and so I said I took my profit, and then what I did was I sold. I said, well, I'll replace this because at the time this would have been in the late '80s and early '90s. There was a lot of material, but what I found out almost instantly was that if I found a book that was nice, if I sold it, I made good money. But if I tried to replace it, I couldn't buy another copy like it in the same grade or colors. And it would cost me more to replace it, even though I had the money, and I would pay more money and have a lesser book. So I figured that one out real quick, and I stopped selling at that point because you find out when that's like what I always say, you buy the nicest one that you can find and afford, and then just hold on to it and relax, because this upgrade thing is you're spending your money away rather than just make the commitment to it when you can. But what you can afford, it's not. It isn't a matter of saying, well, and that's what CJ said too, is what some guys have done, and that is you have a huge aggregation of books in your collection, but then you basically sell all of the lesser stuff to then turn it in like in 3 long boxes, and you turn it into one book, and then you curate down to what the ones that are the bigger ones. I have done this for a long time, but at the same time, if it's stuff that is not terribly expensive and fun to do, like I'm buying all those the modern books, the Modern Good Girls, and the various Absolute Batman and Space Ghost and things like that, which is just it's not horribly expensive, but it's fun stuff, because fun has to be the thing. But on an investment basis, when you're putting your money into these books, it's a very good place to park it, because the appreciation, even though we've had all this ups and downs and what have you, the amount of money that is in the market now is major investors are choosing funny books over real estate and fine art and various things, commodities, gold, silver, stocks, bonds, things like that. And they're basically saying that the return on these is such that it's better than certainly bank instruments aren't worth squat. They're not even keeping up really with inflation.
Oh,
you put your money in the bank to lose money. What is that?
On Wall Street, it really is. And there have been comic people, I've seen them on, if you know Newbie, he does a show, he's had a guest on, and he's gone through the complete mathematics of it all, and it's amazing to see. He'd rather buy a box of 181s back in the day when you can afford them and let that appreciate versus stocks and bonds and whatever, because it honestly appreciates faster. It just does.
But on top of that, that is a tangible asset.
It is.
This
Yeah.
is the thing.
Hi guys.
Hi.
There's some flaws to that type of investing, especially if the economy goes in a different direction.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Certain items like gold and absolutely true, but certain items like gold, silver, and then like have another value to them besides just the collectible value of it.
Yeah, if you're doing gold, silver, absolutely, like real stuff like that. But like money is not real.
At the end of the day, like if you have a very high value comic book and shit hits the fan, you need to eat and that kind of thing.
It's true.
And the market is tanked. You can't eat the comic book, but you could take a piece of gold or a piece of silver, and there'll always be somebody that's willing to trade that for food or whatever, you know.
See, that's not what Steppo was saying though. Like it's never a bad idea to take 100 comics and turn it into one that's worth actual money. Because if shit hits the fan, those 100 comics ain't gonna be worth spit, and at least that one book you have will have some value.
Oh, he's
So
right.
What he said is right.
Yeah, but you're just talking about a dystopian world where comic books are no longer, nobody gives a shit. They just need to eat and drink. That's all they need.
There might be a day that like some items that we find valuable today are just like not valuable. People, there's not a market out there for them.
That's
like,
why I like guns and ammunition. You see,
there is another value to them other than just the collectible part of it.
It's like the Savage Dragon he just showed. Like that was one of 300 books I sold to get a GSX. Now at the time it was a $60 book. Now it's like a $200 book raw near mint.
Yeah.
And you know sometimes that shit happens, but I can't dwell on it. You know I got a bigger book out of it.
Seller and buyers. Yeah, but seller and buyer's remorse in comics is a real thing. You really have to not dwell on that because it is a real thing. Like buyer's remorse, you're like, fuck, I paid a lot of money for that. Oh no. If you know what you're doing, you should be all right. You know?
Yeah, I thought I knew what I was doing. I was like, oh, this is a low print run book. I'm gonna make $60. It's pretty good. Savage Dragon, you don't get that kind of money, you know. And
$60 is pretty good. Would you put it in the book? You know,
you made a good choice
like
because that GSX is worth more probably than what you got it for at that time.
It's
so they
about
both
the same.
went up.
Yeah.
And try selling it for $200 raw now, and like how many are online, and are they actually selling? What they're worth, and if they're actually selling are two different things, right? I think money in hand when a book is a half decent price is better than waiting for 17 years for your $100,000 book to sell to the right guy.
And I will say this much: GSX, if you put it on the market at a fair price, it's going to go relatively quickly.
It's liquid. It's a liquid.
It's going to go relatively. A Savage Dragon is not going to go to like your average person that's hunting grails.
That book that Steppo showed that I like, that's a pretty easy book to get rid of though.
It is. It's got no problem. It's got the artist on it too, right? There's this fancy artist.
Larson, yeah, it's like one of Larson's better naughty covers, I would say. Like it's kind of
just like the infamous pregnant cover that Larson did, the one that she's like giving birth on the cover.
Yeah, that's the first appearance too. But the one that he showed is probably the second or third. It is. Yeah. What's her name? I forget her name.
That's an expensive book too. But again, you're not like I collect unique shit. I like Evil Ernie. I like crazy shit. You know.
That's a thing though. If you have a 9.8 Hulk 181, you could go buy a car. You really could, especially right now. That's a big book. It's a hot book. Everybody wants it. I don't know how easy it will be to sell a 9.8. I think you're probably looking to sell it to a bank or some, you know, you're not.
That's the pain and the pleasure though, when you have appreciation, because
yeah,
the number of people who can spend $500, the number of people who can spend $1,000.
Exactly.
You can spend $5,000, $20,000, or $100,000. And as you go farther up the scale, the actual pool of people that are there are getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, it dwindles pretty quick when you're asking $100,000 for a book. That starts pretty fast.
I'm sorry. Just one last thing, Becky. The thing about when these big dealers know all these really, really big books. So in other words, I've had like 4 or 5 times now where guys say, "Oh, you got Joe's book." Oh, that was Dave's book. Oh, you got Dave's copy of whatever it is. I said, "Who's Dave?" He says, "He's the guy that originally had that book." So it's a very, very small market. But then what
Well,
scared
even between you and Alan Steppo, I was bit like, I know he said it's a joke between us, but I was bidding on that book. That book was in this auction. Like you guys, like it's a very small group of people that are actually in. You guys all know each other. Jesus, it's all like a pretty niche community, I would think.
but the thing that really scared me about buying the Bat One was that these guys know these books. So, like, let's say that you say, "Oh my gosh, here's my chance," and you buy it. Your pool of people who are going to be buying that book is very small, and if they all know the book and they all know there is a knock on it that you didn't know about before you bought it, and you say, "Oh, you got that? You got the one that had the whatever the problem with it, that got the fake. You got the label, but it's fake."
Yeah.
Because then, if you ever are going to sell the thing, then your pool of people that would be buying all know the book, and they say, "I'm steering clear of that book," and that scared me as far as that goes. Fortunately, I haven't had that, but sometimes these guys, they know more about the stuff than you do. A lot of times they do.
Well,
So
you
have to just keep you got to keep your head on a swivel to see what the hell's going on here.
But you really, I know you looked pretty heavily into a book before you bought that, and you looked at the problems that were the problems, and you make a choice at that point. Are these
You don't have to do that though.
are these problems worth keeping, or is this a decent, like, is this a fine, or is it not? Right? Did the problems make it where it's just
Yeah, you should pull out your
sellable?
Batman 4 journey.
What's that?
Let's see your Batman 4, man.
I don't have it around me. I could show it
Oh,
another
okay.
time. But
Didn't you get that for really cheap, Journey? Wasn't it crazy, ridiculous?
$40.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
That's just amazing. That's so good.
Well, did it have no cover or something ridiculous?
Yeah, it's coverless, but still, it's a fucking Batman 4.
It looks great, yeah, when he shows it.
For $40, man, and they gave me a reproduction cover with it. So,
Nice.
even a coverless copy, I've checked it. Coverless copies that are missing pages, they're still selling for like $1,000. So, like,
Yeah, you're lucky to get a page for $40. Like probably $100 a page.
I wonder
and it's a key. That's the thing. It's not like it's just a random Batman single digit. It's
do you think I should get a reprint cover for my Werewolf 32 and try and sell it? then?
Absolutely.
I would.
Why not?
I would.
They made a reprint of the book. Like you should just go to eBay and get the one without the barcode. I'm
Yeah.
sure they make them. Get
I-
one
I
without
would-
barcode and just sell it.
I would get a repro cover of it and not staple it on.
Yeah, not staple it on. I won't staple it on.
Just have it like
I knew-
wrapped around. And that's it.
I knew a guy in Ohio. His name was Lawrence, and he had all of the big Silver Age #1s. He had Hulk 1, FF1, all of them coverless with repo covers, and he
I
did
know-
not care. I thought it was a good collection. It was a really nice
No,
collection.
but it's fine to have them because it's awesome, especially if you're a real reader and you want to read the stories. Cover is half the battle for me, though. Like that Hulk 181 is awesome because look at the cover, the orange, him fighting the Hulk. It's amazing. There's just covers that I don't know. That's half the reason I buy the book is for the awesome art on the cover. I don't know
Oh,
if
absolutely.
I don't know
No,
if
it's
I could,
absolutely true.
yeah, I don't know if I could do like, oh, my whole collection is coverless. Awesome books, but they're all coverless. I don't know
Well,
if
it
I
depends on how much you got them for. If you went to an
Yeah.
LCS and you found them all coverless and you got them at a deal, shit, I'd cherish them.
That's true. I found my 32 for $1, so I think
Yeah,
Listen,
dude.
If I could get Batman 4s for $40 a piece, every day, all day, I will have an entire collection at those prices. If I
yeah,
could.
that's true. I would buy 700 Batman 4s at $40 a piece.
I had a coverless first Supergirl in hand, and my dumbass thought it was adventure comics and not action. And I said, "Oh, this is action 252. This ain't it. It's supposed to be adventure." And I put it back down. I could have got it for $5. Yep, that's just because I thought I knew something. Yeah.
I got a few coverless books that I've gotten for really, really cheap. Like I got a Justice League 3 that I randomly picked up like by accident. I think it was like a throw-in or something. I got like weird oddball coverless books that I don't know what to do with. But if it's a good book, if it's a good key, I'm a big proponent. Get a reproduction, put it in all together. If you decide to keep it for your collection like that, great. If not, it's going to sell a lot easier.
I'm just
Give me
worried.
the repo cover with it.
I'd sell it, but I really want the book in my collection. I want a better copy. The problem is, better copies are really like I'm looking for an 8.0, and they're not cheap, man. Those things are, they're pretty expensive. Those bloody things at an 8.0, 8.5, 7.5.
I'll tell you
See, I'm really weird the way I collect. I'll collect two extremes. I want them either in pristine shape, especially if they're in modern books. If they're anything copper and over, I want them in pristine shape.
Yeah.
But or I'll get them either in really great shape, or if they're not in great shape, as long as they're presentable, I don't mind getting low grade. I don't like middle tier books because those are the weirdest ones.
What's that thing?
They both move.
The best coverless book is Amazing Spider-Man Annual 6, because without the cover, it's Amazing Annual 1.
That's fair.
I'm not joking. Yeah, if you just don't have the cover, it looks just like Annual 1.
Interesting.
I actually bought it on eBay just for the hope it could be one. It said this is an Annual 6 and it was coverless, and I was like, "Are you sure?" It was, yeah.
Yeah, with you, I always check. That's why I got my 32, because I was like, "Oh, look at this! Here's a here's the first World by Night, or here's the Moon Knight." Like, I'll take that. Starting point: a coverless book or no book. Scale still tips. Yeah, fair enough.
Guys,
yeah, without a cover, it's still a complete book. You don't have to have a cover to have a complete book.
And that's what I'm thinking, Papa. If I was going to sell that book, I want it in my collection. It matches my collection very well, and I would have to get a better copy of it. But if it's a starting point, like I could probably make $600-700 with it because it's a nice copy.
You could work up to a remainder copy and then get a real one, but I don't know. You like
Guys, I
8.0s
gotta
and
jump
shit.
off.
I am
Goodbye.
too. So
You guys jumping off, both you motherfuckers?
I gotta
Yep.
go, man. Duty calls.
All right, duty.
All right.
there's no duty for me. I'm going to
Duty. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh shit, duty must have really called.
Yeah, no, I'm going to watch football, but like I just was watching it here, and I'm going to a friend's house to watch it over there. But that's why I said pickle, because the Patriots just intercepted the ball in the end zone. So I was like, oh, all right. So anyway,
There you go.
go ahead.
Fair enough. Boston, have a good one, brother.
Yep. Take it easy, everyone. Have a good rest of your day.
Boston, part of the award-winning show that we're on right now. Boston, he did it himself with other people, but thank you, Boston. Appreciate it.
Well, when I say I mean we.
I love you, brother. Have a good one.
I get that from was it Endgame at the end? He's like, we all know who's in charge, right? He's like, me, right? He's like, oh yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Of course. He just gets all serious on him. So yeah, no, I was very happy to see that you won that, and it just was one of those things where I think just with the awards in general, it always seems like when you're nominated, like everybody else might seem like they're just bigger and more grand. So it's like, oh man, I wonder what's gonna happen here. And then when I heard you won, I was really happy. So congratulations to everybody that won awards, but very excited to see that people that I know and hang out with and talk to actually got to win some awards. So that made me very happy. So
Well,
even though
I haven't actually got a chance to enjoy the awards yet because everybody's mad about things. So it seems to happen at the end of every awards, but I'm happy I won an award and I'm pretty proud. And thank you everybody for voting for Comic Book Church, man.
Yep. So with that, I'm gonna take off and
Peace, Boston. Don't forget to watch Boston on Wednesdays. I think they're going to do a show this Thursday. Graphic content with Houdat. They'll be on Houdat's channel, I think.
Yep.
And, man, he's doing other things. He also does what is it? Beyond the Ropes.
Yes, the Hunt Beyond the Ropes is a new channel that it's kind of like a sister channel to the Hunt, where there's going to be some extra stuff that's not just the matches and things like that. It'd be a couple of extra things that end up going up on there. So right now there's one video, which was the Halloween Havoc preview video, which was a lot of fun to make. And so I encourage you guys all to, go ahead and watch it if you haven't, because it was fun to make. And, subscribe and, check it out. Just because there will be more stuff coming up on there as we kind of, go through. So, just another extra channel for the hunt so you can get more hunt goodies and things. So check that out. And again, subscribe to it and everything else. And then, watch us on graphic content. This Thursday, we'll iron that out, me and Hudat. And,
Looks like Callie's offering you some content as well there, bud. So
if we can talk about that. I mean, I wouldn't mind putting that on there just so that there's other stuff. I can we can discuss it and figure out how to go ahead and get all that stuff on there as well. Yeah, that'd be great stuff to have.
yeah, man, it would be. It would.
So,
All right, brother. We have a great day. Enjoy your foosball.
Yep. Everyone else have a good time.
Cheers, my man. Cheers. Cali Comics in the chat, one of our favorites. Bobby Delgado also. I know, Cali, I'm never going to be a man until I get the 9/8 Thundercats. Hopper Willie's just going to make fun of me forever. But you're not a man, Bleeker. But we got Mastodon Comics and Music in the house, too. I haven't seen him for a little bit. Mastodon, good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, I don't think that everybody's upset about it. I think there's a few people, but I think it's
No,
overall
no.
everybody liked it and enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
the beginning of this stream was very, I was like, holy shit, people are anti.
Yeah,
you know.
Journey was into it pretty bad, but I'm not upset. I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm glad everybody's happy.
I think so. Obviously there's going to be, some people feel like they should have won. Other people feel like these people should have won. It's just a fucking thing, man. Vote
I'm
more.
not surprised with the winners. I feel like all the winners were pretty. I mean, I didn't think you would win the hangout, but I'm glad you did. But everything else is not that big a
did
surprise.
not think I would win the hangout. I cannot just let's just be honest. For the simple fact that it's not a tiered thing. It was like you could add 10,000 people in your chat and been the best hangout.
The fact that there is only one hangout in the entirety of YouTube as the hangout to be, and it is the church.
That's it, man.
That is a huge thing.
Yeah, man. We got good folks on the panel. We've got great folks in the chat. We're always showing cool stuff. We do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We talk comic books. We talk a little spec. It's just a fun time, man. We try
Talk a little smack.
talk a little smack. Exactly. It's just
Well, boys,
yeah, brother. You take it off.
I gotta give my sweet love of my life Melody a little breaky poo.
Oh,
But there's my goblin and another green hero.
oh,
Hulk 180.
look
Nice.
at you. That's the real first appearance right there. We all know it. Everybody knows.
I don't know that shit. 181 is the first. But yeah.
I agree with you.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
See you,
bud.
Big.
Have a good one, my man. Oh, nobody wants that. Let's get out of there. To get people bonded for K-pop definitely. That was my biggest worst part of the awards was that K-pop didn't win any. She should have won.
I just don't. I don't think that I voted for it, except for I voted for you.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not taking away from the people that did win. I just wanted K-pop to win. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
I don't even know who the collaboration or the ongoing series ones that won. I'm unfamiliar with who they are.
Wow.
It's just I must lead a very sheltered life or something.
That's not fair. You can't watch everything on YouTube. We discussed that a lot here. It's very difficult to watch everybody's content. How many people are in this community? There's a few thousand people, and everybody's doing content, and everybody's doing this, that, and the other. My week isn't long enough to do that, man. I watch people when I can, when they pop up on my YouTube. Sometimes I watch rewinds. I watch a lot of people on Rewind because just the time of day. I work a lot, yada yada yada. I don't know. It's just hard to keep up. So not enough hours in the day, man. So I don't know everybody's content, but I do. I do. They got voted in. Obviously, they've got good crowds of people. And just like us, we got a good crowd of people that voted for us. So,
Papa, what book are you chasing after? I mean, what book is the book that you would very much like to get?
yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah, Bobby, she is a winner. She's a winner.
She does the hard work. She does the leg work. She does the grunt work. And then people that are flashier get the votes. She does a lot.
Canadian survivalist in the chat. How you doing, boss? Good to see you. Papa Legs X Force 1 with the card, though. Has to have the card. Bobby, you are an award to the church itself, my friend. We appreciate you being here, my man. I like
That's okay.
Oh, sorry. No, go ahead, Steve.
Papa's ready to hit the button.
Oh, I know. He wants a Catwoman 51, the Adam Hughes cover. He has been after that for a really long time.
That's the one where she's in jail with the running makeup and stuff.
Yeah. I've looked. I have it posted in groups. I can't find it, but it's got to be somewhere out there. "52 virgins and a microphone." I got it. Nice, Bobby. Yeah, man. I don't know. It was good. It was fun to win. The awards were big. Everybody was on it was amazing. What do you have? 130 people watching at one point in time, 140 people watching. It's a pretty big crowd last night for the award show. There was some stuff that I guess people didn't like, which I'm interested.
What set Mr. Beckerman off? I missed that whole exchange. What happened?
I think there was some jokes, poor taste jokes, I guess, is my gathering. You know, can't. It's yeah, man. People are, there's certain things you just don't say. I don't know the exact terms, but that's what I sort of picked up on today.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it for the most part. I enjoyed winning, obviously. It was cool. Appreciate it. We're going to have some awards behind me pretty soon. Maybe there'll be a little shelf over there. Wait, over there? No, over there. Yeah, there we go.
It's always like if I'm going to point at Archie, my door is this way.
Right.
So I'm pointing absolutely the opposite way.
Yeah.
It's just, and you see people when they're showing books, it says, and there's something on the cover. It says, well, then there's something here, but you really want to have it on this side. It screws with my head.
Yeah, me too.
I'm backward, and it says, I guess I am backwards.
I think there's something in the settings that you can change that, where you can like mirror your.
Yeah, it says. I saw that it says it's mirrored.
Yeah, I think you can change that so it's different, but I've never really bothered.
Mirror your device.
Yeah.
It sounds sort of dirty or something. I don't know.
GT Key in the house. How you doing, GT, man?
Let's see if I got anything else to look at.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I can show off some books that I sold.
I actually have a box of books. Oh, right here. I always seem to have a box of books.
Rad Art got some good news. All right, Rad, bring it to us, baby. Let us in on this good news. I got hired to do my first cover, but that's been a long time in the making. There, Rad. You're an amazing artist, buddy. Oh, hello there, Wonder Woman. She's
signed Nathan Zerdy.
Yeah, she's that's good stuff right there.
With the DCU?
Jeez Louise. Holy Moses. That girl's going to get cold in space.
Adam Hughes.
She's going to get cold. I'm just saying.
But she's Dream Girl.
She sure is. She sure is. Yeah, Rad. That's really good, Rad. I'm really happy for you, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Don't show that for too long. That one might get us in trouble. Oh, all right. Yeah, Black Cat's always hot. She's always doing good stuff.
I married the Black Cat.
That was awesome. It was awesome.
This one I had on my cell phone for my home screen for the longest time. Now I have the green gal from Weird Tales. But this one, this Warren Lowe cover.
Yeah.
And I realized that her boobs are there, but her face is what draws me.
Somehow I didn't even see her face for a second. All right, the face, right? The face. There it is.
This was the variant of the last issue.
That is, yeah, that's a nice cover. I've actually pressed that cover a couple of times. Papa will take the boobs. Power Girl. Power Girl's she's definitely got them.
This is a Will Jack cover.
Well, that's nice. That's pretty. There's a whole.
He seems to make her look like Scarlett Johansson to a
I was feeling a Scarlet vibe to her, definitely. There's a whole Power set with her boobs that's really interesting. If you go back in the history of Power Girl, it's definitely interesting. Oh, Valkyrie. Okay. All right. That's an expensive comic book, by the way. Yeah, I looked up that comic book one time because I was like, oh, that's cool. I really like that cover. And then I went, oh, I don't like it that much.
I think this is J. Scott. Yeah, J. Scott Campbell cover, signed.
Pocan Joe in the house. Thanks, Pocan Joe. I appreciate you, buddy. That's very nice of you. Yeah, 2 awards, man. Pretty happy about that whole nonsense. The Rebirth era. Everybody was very mad with Rebirth and New 52, and people got very upset. Oh, hello.
White Widow.
Hello,
This
nurse.
is Tinian. I think this is Tinian. Tyndall.
Tyndall?
Jamie Tyndall cover.
Huh, I got a Jamie Tyndall signature, actually. He did the Batman Adventures #1. Steppo always has some really stunning books. I'd have to agree.
No trouble. So there, buddy. This is another Jamie Tyndall cover. This is one of his earlier ones. Bizarre Zenoscope.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all, actually.
You don't hate it.
No, don't hate it one bit.
Well, we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, you not mad at that cover? Oh, geez. Hello, nurse.
And this is Derek Chew.
Yeah,
Chew on that.
I'm chewing on my bottom lip right now. Rad, oh nice. I like a book. I'm an ass man myself, so that's very lovely. Rad, I'm a fan of the Batman New 52. I didn't hate the New 52 run. I don't think people hated it because it was badly written. I think they hated it because they were like, oh, finally we get some new #1s with the Rebirth. And then they're like, nah, we're gonna change it again. And they're like, God dang it all! Now we all gotta buy new 52 stuff. And then, well, they did it again recently with the I don't know, the future state stuff. So I think that's why people are pissed off at the whole changing of the history of DC.
This is a Jim Ballant cover.
All right.
Catwoman 0, which is after Catwoman 1. It isn't linear, evidently.
Weird. That seems weird to me. My brain doesn't commute.
Here's a cosplay Deja Thoris.
Ooh. I love the Deja Thoris book that you bought for me. I know you have it over there somewhere, but it's a really nice Deja Thoris that I sold you. I love that. It was a nice cover. I think it was a Dave Stevens cover, actually.
And I can't show that one.
Oh.
I can't show that one, and I can't show that one.
That's fair. Let's get Steppo out of the big screen for a second.
Yeah, take the spotlight off me. Oh,
the spotlight off poor Mr. Steppo. Can show these prints that came in all of those comic books. So these are just prints, and they're like, I don't know, 100 of 550. I don't think any of them are signed though, so I don't know why they're all in these packages from Comic Tom. But we got these mall something. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but we got a couple of those, and then we got some cool prints. So it's like a Catwoman. I'm not sure if it's actually signed. Probably not. Might be. What is this? Number 2,211 of 2,600. Man, I got lucky with that number. Can't remember what these comics are. I know it. I have them in a box somewhere. But there are some cool prints though. Like I don't collect prints. It's not something that I would collect. If it was real art, I'd probably be like, oh, this is all awesome. But prints are still, some of them are pretty cool. The art is very cool. Yeah, Sweet Tooth. That's what it is. Thanks, Red. And I think this is what, ENIAC or something. Some nonsense. I remember when this came out, and this was all the rage for about 5 minutes. But very cool though. The cover was really cool. That's what the cover looked like, and I thought it was pretty dope. Yeah, a little bit of Omni-Man action here. Omni-Man's always fun. Get the Omni-Man versus Superman. Who's going to take that? A lot of people say Omni-Man. A lot of people are saying Omni-Man. This could be upside down, actually. Maybe it's like this. Who knows? Who knows with Spider-Man?
You have to pull him back. I think you have to pull him back just a hair to get the focus. There it is.
All right. There we go. This one's just really busy. It's a girl and a robot. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, these all came in with those comics. Again, I don't collect prints, but they're all numbered. At least, I guess maybe it's something if I needed somebody to sign something, I could probably get them to sign something. But I'd rather just buy a piece of artist art and have them sign that, or a book or something. Yeah, those are all the prints that came in with the comics that Steppo sent me. I'm guessing Comic Tom does that. I'm guessing he puts prints in his.
How about a little Jimmy Olsen? I got some.
Packs. Yeah, of course. Let's do some Jimmy.
I have to do my penance because I was unable to win my competition,
Oh,
and I realized that I got it for the for church, and I am very happy about that for church that people. It didn't matter about the numbers, Bleecker. It mattered what the people found in your church, and it's your church because you make it happen. All the other we are but players in your circus.
no, I could never do the show without you guys. Actually, I think it's you guys. I think it's you guys that make the show. So I appreciate the compliments, but it's honestly it's everybody that comes on this show. It's Cali Comics when he's working and he's putting together. I don't know stages. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, and then putting together tables and doing comic shows and K-pop at a convention today. Biggie always going to Costco or Walmart or some nonsense.
Well, it was fun when Houdat was walking and everyone says, "That's my Costco." No, it's my Costco.
Right.
And then there's this pause, and then Monty says, the biggest one's in Texas.
And of course, Monty. Yeah, man, it's all you guys that really make church what it is. So I can't take much credit, man. I just have a place for people to come, and I'm pretty grateful that they all hang out. So thank you very much, everybody. It's really pretty awesome. You make me feel like I'm doing something that's successful, and I appreciate that.
It is something that is successful. And the hard work you put in on the slab and not to slab, which everybody saw that straight up right away.
Cool. Yeah, I'm really happy that happened because that's the show that I put like a lot of work into. To be honest, that's the biggie for. I know this show. It's a lot easier to do a live show. It's fun. It's more fun. You get to interact with the chat. You get to see what Susie Q's up to, what Callie's up to, and then Papa Wheelie. I also want Superman and Ollie. Yeah, who doesn't, buddy? Oh. That's nice. And I never really loved Jimmy Olsen, the title Jimmy Olsen, but some of these older Jimmy Olsens are really nice.
Well, Kirby.
Yeah, that's definitely Kirby. Like, it's got a very
Kirby look.
Yeah, it's got a very Forever People One kind of look to that. I don't know. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
Oh, and there's what used to be considered the first appearance of
Darkseid.
And now it's Forever People #1. That has actually changed. Which, I don't know. Better hang on to your Hulk 180s. That Hulk looks like the weird Hulk that was in the TV show. There was like a different kind of Hulk. I want my $2. I watched I don't know, I think it was a little short of it actually. And it was hilarious. I think it was the first time that it was I can't remember who it was supposed to be, but it was funny. Papa, send him your want list. Callie, I appreciate you, bro. That is really, really nice of you, my man. Thank you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
And until you gave us the $2, you were nowhere. You were out in the ether.
Yeah, you're nothing. Nothing to me.
You're nothing. Now you're special.
Now you're worth something. Only when you give me money are you a special human being. No, that is not true at all, actually. And I think
I love this one.
I think Callie is yeah, me too. I think Callie's well aware of how I feel about him. Don't tell anybody, Callie.
Nope.
Okay, you had a balance of 93 cents.
All right.
And at an average of 2.25% interest over a period of 1,000 years, that comes to $4.3 billion.
And with $4.3 billion gets you a cup of coffee in that time.
That's right. Jimmy Olsen. Callie, thank you very much, my friend. What have we?
And how about a little? How about a little Lois Lane?
Little Lois Lane. All right. K-pop would be loving these. That's actually a pretty tame Lois Lane cover. She's not beating the shit out of Superman or yeah, see there it is.
We'll get there.
There it is. That didn't take long to change.
Believe me, Superman. Every time I'm around you, I got problems.
Oh man. How did they even get that needle in there? I'm just curious.
Don't be so fussy.
All right, I'm just curious. They
just rubbed a little kryptonite on it, then they stuck them.
Oh, see? At least you got me an explanation. I appreciate that. Thank you. Rubbed a little kryptonite on it, and then they stuck it in there. That I'm buying that. As a reader, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me. Kryptonite, fucking right. Sounds good. Superman's flying into a little cellar?
Yeah, that's his escape hatch. There's kissing cousins right here.
Wow. Luke and Leia, you know. It was a thing back then, I guess. Not that would be not a fan of that cover. I am not a fan of this cover at all.
Don't you want a happy ending?
I do want a happy ending, but I want more action.
You're fussy.
I know. I know. It's crazy. What's happening here? Are they measuring?
Lois is getting the people get the amount the weight of his bride.
Oh, I see. See, so fun. All right. It's a mystery.
Bye, Superman. We're putting ourselves into a cryogenic chamber that we have, like we all have. We all have cryogenic chambers.
Worth your weight in diamonds. Diamonds are a hoax, man.
Well, it's a artificial market controlled by De Beers.
Exactly. That's why I know it's a hoax. Diamonds are a hoax, folks. Just buy the gold. Never mind that blingy stone. Oh, look at that's a nice one. Finally, nobody's trying to beat anybody up yet. Steppo, weren't these a trade from Bigby McFly?
These were a trade from Bigby McFly. Yes, they were. Thank you, Sue.
Nice.
The earliest ones I already had, but the rest of these was a trade, and he got my Batman Adventures 12, my 9/8 Bat 12, Batman Adventure 12.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's a good one. I think I think I just gave that one to K-pop. Actually, I feel like I have that one and I just gave it away.
I sent K-pop the first Catwoman.
Yes, you did. And it's a beautiful copy too. It's a lovely copy of that book. Callie's like, wowzers, baby, wowzers. Bobby Delgado, headed to my LCS. They got a leaky roof. I'm going to do some bailing. If you get a chance, drop a pair for them Clint's comics. Of course, Bobby Delgado. Of course, my man. Bobby, he's a good bloke.
This is a great one where she's basically flogging the dummy because they wouldn't let her flog Superman.
Oh my God, she really wants to take it out on him, I guess, eh? That's not very nice, Lois. I thought you were a good girl. She's not. She's a mean lady.
She needs to be spanked.
Bobby is asking for a prayer, so we're gonna give him the comic book prayer. Bobby, this one's for your friend's comic book shop, my friend. Go help him out.
Please rise for the comic book prayer. Jack Kirby, whose art's in heaven, Stanley be thy name. Our kingdom come, gains will be done, on earth as it is in comics. Give us this day our weekly pull, and forgive us our top tens as we forgive those that top 10 against us. Lead us not into speculation and deliver us from FOMO, for comics are our kingdom forever and ever. Excelsior. You may be seated.
Indeed. Lois Lane. Lois got them femdom vibes. Yeah, man. She's hardcore. Dr. Von Hoot, also an award-winning gentleman. He did a great dance last night. His video was hilarious. Showing off some awesome Lois Lane books today. There's been actually some really great books. If you didn't see today's showing off of books, you definitely go back and watch, because there were some big books shown today. Holy smokes. Is Superman trying to not let her breathe? What's he doing? What's going on there? Oh, he's trying to fix the breathing thing, not break it.
No, he's smiling as he breaks it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I...
Superman snapped my air hose because I won't marry him. He's committing the perfect murder.
Well, it would be a pretty good murder.
Well, you know, the thing is, I want to marry you. I want to kill you. I love you. I hate you. Come here. Get away. Biker babe.
Yeah, well, Lois is definitely a biker babe. When Superman's on like a little scooter. These are in really nice condition, though. Pretty good condition for...
Yes, very.
Bucks.
It was the whole... I think someone's collection must have come in, and then Bigby in his travels basically got them. And when we were working on the deal for the trade, he says, "Are you interested in Lois Lane?" I said, "Sure, I love Lois Lane." And I didn't have a lot of them, and so it all worked out.
Yeah, no, they're in nice condition. Every Lois Lane book that I've ever seen from that era of Lois Lane is usually really beat to high heaven. Most DC books from that era really beat to high heaven, to be honest. Somebody was very nice to these books.
It's always nice when you have someone that actually takes the proper care.
Especially from that era, it takes a special kind of person to know how to just take care of their comic books and not like want to get them messed up. And I was on a show with somebody the other day, and I'm the same person. My parents hated buying me jeans. I was so hard on clothes. I was so hard on things. And no different with comic books. I was very hard on comic books as well.
But you're a little kid. Come on.
I know, but
what are you supposed to do?
There are kids out there that are really, they're meticulous and they want to keep everything neat and orderly, and those are the ones. Those are the ones.
You live and you learn.
Yes, absolutely. These have great color. Absolutely. Hey, Bobby, it's my pleasure, bro. I'm glad we got to do that. Thank you for being here. Go help your friend. We are here for you if you need us. It's 2:30. We'll be on for another hour or so. These are beauties. If anybody wants to jump on, you're more than welcome. Let me know. I am actually going to drop the link in the chat. The only thing I ask is that you show me who you are before you pop on, because, well, it's
Yeah.
it's
Like-
YouTube.
It's important.
Yeah. Sorry. Lois Lane, she's a Minotaur or a Minotaur.
Centaur?
Centaur? Oh, all right. What did she get? The powers of
No, it's Wonder Woman when she was in her 70s bell-bottom era.
right. Don't mess around with Wonder Woman when she was a housewife. I liked Wonder Woman when she was like the early Wonder Woman, and then they messed her up in that era. I'm glad that they brought Wonder Woman back to being awesome again. We're gonna add Biggie Shack.
Catch up.
Boom, Biggie Shack's back.
Back.
Let's get
dressed then.
we got Steppo back up there. I like that cover though. Even though it's all boxed up and squared out, I like that cover.
Trying to do some straightening up and keep my kid out of messing everything up.
One, that's 90. What is it? 90? What is it? 99. What's this one? 95. Okay. This is out of order.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. I like when Superman turns green.
Yeah, I've got one where he's barfing or something and he's greened as well. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a couple of them out there.
it's
Little
I
green
think it's an
Superman.
80-page giant or something like that. It's got a bunch of pictures on the cover, like I don't know, it might be when he was a baby, and then there's like one of him barfing. It's funny.
Mhm.
And I've always said, for some reason, I like the 15-cent era of comics as well. I think there was a finite amount of 15-cent comic books. It was such a short little thing that they did for 15 cents.
Yeah.
It'd be really neat to get all of the 15-cent comic books. I don't know if there's like a lot of big keys in 15 centers, but there's probably a few.
Oh, there's some. Yeah, there's some out there. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is.
Yeah, that maybe the Forever People #1, I think, is a 15 center.
That's a good call.
Yeah. When I saw Batman on the last cover, he looked like he was really.
He was the attorney who wasn't able to help save Lois Lane.
Oh, that's what happened. He was upset. I saw it.
I think that's a 12 center though, the Forever.
Is it a 12 center? I think
so. I could be wrong, but I was just looking at it.
Mr. Metic, as in Mr. Meticulous.
I kept everything in. It was hard enough for me to get this stuff, and I just took good care of my things. I always did. And
How did you learn to take care of comic books, Stephen? Because there wasn't bags and boards and everything like that. When
I had them basically vertical in a shelf.
Okay.
And of course, if you ever touch them, then they're rubbing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when they finally came out with bags and boards, that's the first thing I did was I invested in those, and I changed them at least I think 2 or 3 times, because the bags back then, the very first bags you got, those suckers turned yellow really quick.
Yeah.
And when I was in my room and I had all my books, and as I'm going through and I'm building this pile of as I'm putting sleeving them into the new bags. The bags that came off the books are piling up, and it was so murky and opaque. After about 7 or 8 bags, you couldn't see through. They had discolored that much. The ones they have now are much, much better. They last better.
Mm-hmm.
These are all Mylar though that I put these in, one and done.
Yeah, Mylar is a one and done sort of situation, right? You don't have to rebag and board after that.
No. If I get a book that has a beautiful brand new bag, of current manufacturer. I'll let it sit in there for a while until such time as it, because Mylars are not exactly inexpensive.
Yeah.
Also, there's the lead time when you have to wait for when you have to order them. I've ordered some more. I haven't ordered for a long. I always order like 300 or 400 of each of the backing boards, and the in other words, for the regulars, and then also for silver and gold.
Ever since
Silver and gold.
bags and boards have been like fucking gold around my area. You got any bags? You got any boards? I'll sell you some bags and boards, buddy. Like, no, man.
Well, that's why God created Amazon.
Yeah, they're expensive on Amazon though for what they should be. They're pretty. They're not cheap on Amazon.
We need to gift Alan some fresh polys for some of them big.
No, he has to do that himself. I get after him. I said, for heaven's sake, you leave it in that god awful bag. Why don't you spend some money and sleeve them? He won't do it. That's all right. I always like to have them protected as well as I could. And I don't like to show a book that's got a rimpled bag. I just don't. It's part of my problem.
That's a qualification for New World Order, that you have to have your books in clean looking bags and supplies. So Alan really needs to work on that, I think.
Yeah. This is sort of heinous, where she's a Indian princess with a papoose. There were some problems with this one, evidently. They didn't like that.
I would imagine, yeah, it's a little.
I don't understand why they're not showing her in a. They're not showing. I don't know.
It's people will get angry about everything these days, Stephen. It's not some things. It's history, man. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Like, obviously, there's things we shouldn't. That's cool. I like the Gulliver's Travel sort of.
Travel.
Gulliver's Travel.
I always like Gulliver's Travel. Did you know in the story of Gulliver's Travels?
Yeah.
The two countries that were warring with one another that Gulliver got stuck in when he was the giant. Do you remember the name of the two? Hello, Alan. We were just talking about you.
There he is.
Speak his name, and then he shall arrive. The two countries were Lilliput and Blefuscu. Were the two countries, and they went to war. And do you know what they went to war about? I mean, this was a commentary on war, even back when Gulliver's Travels was written.
I'm
do
gonna
you know
guess
what they went to war about?
I'm gonna guess I'm gonna guess a chick.
I'm gonna say food.
Well, it was food, but what it was that the Lilliputians would cut when they would have their eggs in the morning, they would cut the small end, but the Blefuscuans would cut the large end, and they were against that, so they went to war over it.
You guys cut the wrong end of the egg?
That's hilarious.
I gotta fight you. I'm sorry, but you cut the wrong end of the egg, sir.
Alan's got it.
Yes.
Alan, I was trying to rally the troops and get you some bags, but Steppo is very firmly against that. I don't know what your buddy Steppo is. Yeah.
Says you have beautiful, to do it on your own. Be a big boy and get new bags and boards, new Mylars. Stop being cheap. He didn't say that. I added that extra part, but he inferred it.
I was thinking it. What happened to you? She was about to die, so then she broke out her typewriter so she could write about it.
Well,
like you do.
Like you do. You're like, gosh, I feeling really crappy. I think I'm going to go do some writing.
You could call that a key issue because it's a typewriter. It has a keyboard.
Comment? Did you see Comic Collector Geek? They are collector bags, all vintage bags.
Very much.
Oh Jesus!
Here's my $2,000 raw book inside a scanty fucking Walmart bag.
Hey,
that's just how it came. It's just how it came.
I made sure when he bought the books from me, I sent him all new Golden Age bags. I'm hoping he can do something with them.
You guys can't make fun. He's a 2-time award-winning
He's a 2-timer. That's what he is.
Can't be making fun of Comic Collector Geek like that. guys. Stop
You
it.
two-timers got to stick together, man.
Yeah, us two-timers got to stick together.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, where art thou? That's right.
This one seems to get a little bit of trade.
I love that one. That's a good one. There's another one that's just kind of like it. Has Rose and Thorn in it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
it is. I think the one I have on that, I have that in a slab, actually.
Oh, man.
I have some Lois Lane slabs as well. Where I'm missing, I have the one where she turns into the I'm Curious Black.
I got your back, Alan. Don't worry, buddy.
Oh, brother, those noses are getting pretty brown.
I'm giving them hell, too. That's just Bleecker.
I actually got a really pricey book in a Ziploc.
Of course.
God damn it, Alan! I'm defending you, and then you say shit like this.
Sure.
It's misplaced.
God dang it!
I'm showing more books today than usual because I have to.
The championship run right here. Oh,
Steven said you'd say that. It was how I received it.
It's historic.
I know.
What's historic about it? It's yellowing. It's rimpled. It doesn't show the book properly and might actually be damaging the book, but it's how it came to me. So
Vintage bag, Steven. It's a vintage bag. The first comic collector that ever bought this comic book put it in this bag.
listen, Alan. I'm cheap and I still get new polish, bro. It's okay. You can buy a new polish.
Poor Alan. Getting
I've done enough jazz with him that I feel as though I love the 20 centers too a lot.
Yes,
That's a good one.
I just saw your comment on my last video. Yes, the YouTube hair police cut my video. No, I think when K-pop left the stream, she hit end stream by accident. She is she has
French.
Yeah,
she never came back either. She's in
her. She's got a lot on her plate right now at the con.
Yeah.
Is that the Detroit con or what is it?
Yamacon, I think they call it.
Yamaka?
Yamacon, yeah. Yamacon, just like Yamaka, but with an N at the end of it.
that shark must have caught the scent.
It's
I wasn't going to go there, but it's so obvious, isn't it, Biggie?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
I mean, there's something going on and the shark has a nose too, a gigantic nostril.
It's apparently like an anime con, comic collector geek. Poor Lois. Poor Lois. Passed out.
Death waits to kiss the bride.
She's always dying.
She's always dying, and she always is having these problems. And if she doesn't have a problem, she makes a problem. Lois is consistent in that.
She's a real problem starter. I agree. I don't disagree with you. Oh.
Do you know the scene in that Brandon Routh Superman movie when Lois wrote "We don't need Superman" or whatever it was when he was gone?
Oh, right.
And she's in the air. She's in the jetliner that's on the back of the shuttle, and the shuttle's on it, and then they can't disconnect it, and then they're gonna die. And then all of a sudden, Superman flies by the window, and the look on her face, and then he basically gets the shuttle off, and then he races down, and then he catches the jetliner at the ballpark and sets the thing down, and then everybody sees that Superman is alive again. That just thrilled me. I just, that kind of stuff, the music and the way it was drawn, and Brandon Routh only got one movie, I think. He only got one shot.
Well, it costs a lot of money to cut down his package, I hear. Yeah, that you heard me correct. You heard me correct, sir. Apparently he's a little large for them trunks, and they had to do some CGI.
Well, no wonder Lois missed him.
They had to do some CGI on that poor man. He was like, Yeah, it's too much. That's too much. Let's cut that out.
Get that kielbasa out of there.
Yeah, man, it was hilarious. Oh, jeez.
We're coming to the bitter end here
Bitter end.
of the Lois Lane run.
This is the end, beautiful friend. Yeah.
The Lizard King.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
We're down to the point of finger puppet fighting.
As you would. I think that's how all relationships should solve their problems.
With finger puppets?
Yeah, I feel like that would solve it. It would solve a lot of issues. Nobody would be, there'd be no more weird hate you deaths or anything. It'd just be finger puppets. I feel like that's pretty nice. Nice way to go about it. We got Bobby Delgado coming to the stage. Steven, there he is. Bobby, how you doing, brother?
Station, brother, station, man. Heading to my LCS, man. I love my LCS. I've been going there for 40 years. It's, the same shop. It's been around for almost 60 years. 57 years it's been there, yeah. And if you look in any Marvel comic from the 70s and 80s, you'll see an ad in there for Clint's Comics saying we buy collections, we buy comics. And so I'm always proud of my LCS. It's been around for so long and a staple of Kansas City, man. But it's in this 100-year-old building that the lady doesn't own, and it's like I said, it's got a leaky roof. And so it's all good when it's not raining, but like it rained last night real bad. So I'm going over there, man, to dump tub. It's crazy because, I'm seeing shit getting wet. Water and comics don't mix.
Do not mix.
You guys know
They do not.
Yeah, they do not mix, man. Yeah.
So, Bobby,
it's heartbreaking.
I'm only being a reporter here. I just need the truth. Are you helping her or are you helping yourself? You're like, yo, man, my comics are getting wet. I got to go fix that roof, bro.
Well, both, both.
I'm bugging you, bro. I'm bugging you. You're doing an awesome thing. That's
I
funny.
tell them every time a George Perez cover gets messed up, man, that an angel loses his wings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's a fact. That's I'm pretty sure that's a true thing. So good.
Yeah.
You're going down there to help. That's awesome. If there's enough people in the world like you, that would be a pretty special world.
I've been going there for years and years, like I said, since I was a kid. Yeah, and there's a lot of history there. There's a lot of history there. The man bought the shop. It was a magazine store. Clint. They kept the name, and there was two. He had two sons, and the man passed away, and so one of his sons was running it for years, and then he got depressed and took himself out in the basement of the shop. Yeah, he passed away.
Oh.
And so the other brother came back, and he was running the shop for many, many years. And then some guy tried to steal some comics, and he chased him outside. And the dude got in his car, and he bumped him with his door, and he fell back, cracked his head on the curb. And he was like a 70-year-old man, and so he had a heart attack, and he passed away before they could get him to the hospital. Yeah.
That's awful.
So now it's right, man. I know it. There's a lot of history, like I said. And now it's a little old lady, his wife, and she runs it by herself. And it's crazy, man. Like I said, I love it. I love this place. And but I don't know how much longer they're gonna go, man. Yeah, because she's got to do something. She's got to move because the guy stopped fixing the roof. And I just had to talk about it, let it off my chest, man. Thank you guys for letting me in.
Hey Bobby, before you go, bro, I sent some books down there with Becker, so hopefully you can get a couple of them, bro.
Yeah, bro, thank you. Yeah, Beckerman told me last night. Yeah, hopefully Wednesday, Jason Aaron's doing a signing over at Elite Comics. I think he's signing for free. We're all gonna meet over there, so hopefully I'll see him Wednesday. And I just thank you, man. Thank you in advance. And yeah, bro, love you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate the Kansas City crew. I just wanted to let you know I was hoping you get some. And my LCS is going through the same kind of thing. They're moving today, and Monday will be their first day open at their new spot. And the old spot they had, the floor was coming in.
They've
It
been
was
moving
breaking.
for a week then, eh? Because they were moving last church. I think you were on, and they were
Yeah.
you went over to help them or whatever, and they were like,
Yeah.
get the
They
fuck
gave
out.
me hell because they didn't exactly want my help, but they had they've been there probably 40 years, like you're saying. So it's very traumatic when a comic shop has to move, but hopefully they'll get through it.
Well,
Yeah,
gentlemen,
man.
I would like to say that being on church is a privilege, and I think that the comic collecting community has spoken, and I agree. I concur with their assessment of church. 100%. It was my pleasure to be here today with you all, and I'm going to go up and be with my bride, and we will watch from the pews.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you being here, Stephen. And don't forget, you can check out Stephen and Alan every Monday on the what do you guys call it again?
Monday special.
Monday night special. There it is. There it is. Check them out on the Monday night special every Monday night. They show off the best books. They talk comic history. It is an amazing show, and they're actually really a good couple together. Boom!
Wow! I maybe have to stay a little bit. Oh, you wore my Gibbons shirt. There you go.
Oh,
How wonderful.
So, yeah.
Oh, nope. You already said you're leaving. See you later, Steppo. You can't stay
Okay,
no more.
bye.
No, you can't stay now. You said goodbye.
I have to say, you have to go.
You can stay as long as you like. Alan, how you doing? A two-time
Good to
award-winning
see you guys.
channel that you are. How are you this morning?
Yeah, it's nice to be with fellow winners.
It is really good. Yes, we're on this side of the board. I don't know. Those guys are over there. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, no, it is. It's awesome, dude. It's awesome. I'm really happy that you won your awards. I'm happy that we won. The awards went off pretty well. We had a good time at the awards. It was fun.
Yeah, I think it was good. I felt like one I was a little bit questionable about, but I wish that Stephen and I had won. I mean, that would have been the good one to win.
That's fair. No, I get that, man. I completely understand that. I wish K-pop had won at least one of her categories.
I thought she was going to win something.
Something. You know what? It may be that everybody was like, oh, she's in so many things. She's going to win one of these. And, maybe that's how people thought. I don't know. But
Well, I voted for her in every single one except for Hangout with you. I mean, I
Same.
voted for
Yeah,
church.
that's what I did too, actually.
Oh, we lost somebody. Who did we lose?
Bobby.
Bobby. Okay.
And I kind of wanted CJ to win too. I really wanted him to win.
Well,
That
he wasn't very happy about it this morning in church. I can tell you that.
He's not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, his
it was
hands
weird.
work hard.
It was weird that Sticky Goose won, though. I thought that I do think that is.
I was actually surprised by that. I actually voted for all sorts of words.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So did I.
But yeah,
I think I voted
was
for
actually
Sticky.
happy that Sticky Goose won in a way. I thought it was an interesting win.
It was almost like a bow on the story. Almost. It was like, okay, it was really. It's been an interesting run with Sticky Goose and this whole nonsense.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of hope
We hate
that
you. We hate you enough to give you an award. I'm a little bit I don't quite know how that goes.
Well, he's got a crowd, Stephen. How many followers?
He's got 12,000 followers.
12,000 followers. He can get votes if he wants to get votes. All he has to do is say, "Hey."
I think he really did want to win, and I think this is kind of maybe something that might bring the community together, is to make him kind of be a nice guy again to the community. Did you watch his roast video?
I did watch it this morning. The one that he put out. Yeah, I did. It was
I thought it
hilarious.
was funny. Actually, I liked the way that they did it in the Comic Awards thing, where they
Me
dubbed
too.
his voice.
Yeah,
That was
like
awesome.
And then to see the real one after that, I thought it was really good. So I thought.
I thought that was funny.
But again, I've never been a hater of Sticky Goose. I don't really dislike the guy very much. I think he's all right. I think some things he does are questionable, obviously, but hey, who am I to say?
I don't agree always with his opinions, but I.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His opinions, some of them are just garbage, but that's fine.
I understand that. I understand the motivation to carve other people's work for your own self-aggrandizement.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind him being clever, and I don't mind him doing things like that if it's done from a position of respect and love. But I didn't get that hit. I got that it was much more of self-aggrandizement, and I do take umbrage to that.
That's
You know,
not.
it's pretty simple for me.
Yeah,
Somebody
I
says
agree
you
with
stink
that.
and your set's ugly and shit like that. I can tell when someone isn't being positive. So it was pretty
Yeah,
easy for me.
if they're
I
kidding,
did not like it. I did not like the shit he was saying.
well,
So
no,
there you go.
kidding around. You're absolutely right, Big. Kidding around is one thing, and you can tell when it's kidding around, and you can tell when there's edges on it. And when
Yeah.
there's edges on it, if he's throwing elbows, then you just kind of go, dude, really? What? Not no bueno.
Yeah, that's one thing I always found, that humor has to come from a place of love. Like, if you hate somebody and you're trying to be funny about them and put them down, it just comes
It
across
does
as
not translate. It comes
Yeah.
across as hate
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
or contempt. I think that's
Yeah.
the word that he was basically being had contempt for the people, for the sticker people, and what have you.
Well, he embraced being a sticker people
I
yesterday.
thought that was so funny at the end.
So did I. So did I.
It's
The
like, we're
fact,
gonna send you stickers.
like, well, I always like the sticker people, and I'm like, oh, geez, that's a turn of face.
I thought that was funny. Yeah.
Matt says hello, Alan and Papa.
I think I
Hi,
always
Matt.
think of. I was thinking, like, when I saw that, I was thinking of the Grinch. You know how his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Yes, yes, I know the Grinch. Thank you.
Yeah, I think the reason Alan don't like buying new polys is because it would take away from the time of him being able to buy new comic books. That's the main issue.
That could be true. He
Oh,
could be
so-
he's too busy buying new comic books to look at new
Yeah.
polys.
I have, like, so many bags and boards that I need to do, but I just don't have the time to do it. And yeah, I just it's daunting. It's daunting.
It can be a daunting task, but it can also be a fun, rewarding task.
I told Matt when he first started showing books that I said, if you're going to show a book, then before you show the book, just have them just re-sleeve the book as you go. You don't have to sit down and do 8,000 books at one time, but the ones that you're going to show, put them into new bags, and that way then it's done. And each time you show different books, you put different bags on, and so it's just done in little bits here and there, and
Okay,
you square away. It would be good to do.
I'm going to start a Kickstarter to support my bags and boards. Help a poor comic collector geek get bags and boards.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I don't know any poor comic collector geeks.
Yeah, do you know any? I don't.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be poor. There's 3 books I really want to get. I'm in auction for them right now. I'm hoping to win. So if I win those, I might be poor. But
The thing is, when one is buying a book, the actual act of buying a book is the thrill in itself. And then once the book is attained, then to retain the same level of fire and enthusiasm for the book, you have to reflect every so often. And that's what I try to do is don't worry about the next book. Enjoy the book that is the book that you have, that the ones that you have managed to achieve. And I think that it's a better it's a better sort of a thing, I think, as far as that goes. But I'm guilty of doing, FOMOing and going after various things. Alan, I have a stack of books to show on our ill-fated Monday special tomorrow, but I will continue to bring the heat for what it's worth. By the way, if you watch the rewind, I don't know how far you've watched.
I didn't watch all of it. No, I just watched the end.
I pulled out I went in the safe, and a lot of my silver and bronze stuff, high-end stuff, I showed basically a short box of blue ribbons, basically.
It was definitely worth watching if you.
Okay, I'll definitely check that out. But
some heat,
yeah.
some heat,
I mean,
baby.
that's why I actually thought that, the funny thing is, like, I consider the Monday special kind of like a very important part of my channel. Like, it gets a huge number of views. It seems to be growing each time we do it. And I thought every video after the whole deadline came up, where we were told, okay, the voting deadline is now, get people voting. Every video after that, if you check all my video descriptions, I say vote for Steven. I put that in the thing every video after. I don't know why it didn't work. I was
Well, you it was up against a bunch of big shows. You guys, it's
well.
Well, I don't know who they
funny thing-
lost to. That's the weird thing. It's like the people they lost to, I've never even heard of. Who was it?
Well,
was the
that's
one
my
that
problem.
was
I know. I
really
said I must lead a sheltered life. I don't know who any of these people are.
Well, I knew like I thought we would lose against
Rob.
Rob Fat Stacks. That's
Yeah.
the one I
Yeah,
thought
maybe.
would be the biggest challenge, but that's not who we lost against.
Yeah, it was like Nathan or something. I don't know who it was. Well, seriously.
Yeah, it was some obscure channel that I never even heard of. So I was like,
I
oh,
almost want to watch it so that I can make
see
snide
what we're up
comments
against.
in the chat.
Just like sabotage the show.
being the warm, friendly, good sport, good loser that I am, that whole term, good loser, sort of, I don't know about
Is
that.
there such a thing, really?
Is there such a thing?
Right?
I don't think so. I'm with you, Papa. There ain't no such thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure there is a good loser. I think that's two words that should be in the
Well,
same.
I'm very happy for the winners because I feel shut up, get out of
Oh,
here.
that's just a good sport. That's not a good loser. It's someone who knows how to say the right thing at the right time. That's all.
Mm.
I'm really
So I
happy
think
for you. I'm
is
gonna
a good
kill you next
sport
time we
somebody
see
that's
each other.
good at losing but not good at sports?
Mm. Were
If
you
you are a
were probably
competitor,
not a loser,
but that's
Alan.
the thing. If you've ever competed
Mhm.
and you are a competitor, you've got that in you, so it's
See,
all right.
Alan is not a good loser. I do not see Alan being a
No.
gracious, wonderful loser.
No, I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm too competitive by nature.
I know you are. I know you're
I've
competitive.
never noticed that about you.
I keep it very. I
I've
keep
never
it,
seen that in all this time.
I hide it quite well.
Oh, so well,
so-
so well.
I mean, you're positively opaque. Alan,
Mm-hmm.
how long have we been doing the Monday special as the Monday special? Is it
I think
a
it was
matter
like
of months?
over a year, a little bit
No,
over.
no,
a
no.
year.
I mean, coming on.
Oh, where we called it the Monday special?
When did we actually quantify it as the Monday special? Hi, Matt.
I'm not really sure. I think it was like, hi, Matt.
I'm just trying it out on my iPad to see what happens. I've got the game on in one place and
That's pretty good.
you
Yeah,
guys
that's
on
bad.
another.
I think it was like in April or maybe earlier. I'm not sure.
Which
It was
really
definitely not before I started watching you guys, because back at the first couple times I watched you guys on a Monday,
I
you
called it
guys
the Monday
had
Hangout.
Brian and Papa on with you.
Yeah.
There was a
And
lot
then I
like
just made a decision just to make it just the two of us, just because I felt like it was too distracting having.
I
too many
think that
people.
was only a matter of a couple 3 months ago. I don't believe it's been that long. So I guess we can't.
It was during. I can tell you, it was when I had COVID that you got and I was watching NFL playoffs at the time, so it would have been January, February.
Oh, okay.
wait till next year. That Monday night special will win. I guarantee it.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, you guys were pretty fresh as the Monday night special, just the two of you.
Mhm.
And I don't know if people had I don't know if the timing. I'm not sure exactly.
Actually, I think that you guys decided the Monday special was going to be just you guys when you started doing the regular Friday show where you invited people like myself.
Yeah.
So that's only been maybe June, July.
See, that's what I thought. So
okay, so it's pretty
August,
yeah, so in a
September,
way
October. It's only been like 3 or 4 months. Tops.
Exactly. And
Because
some of these-
what
who
happened
that's
was
coming from?
you guys were inviting Brian every Monday. You know, Big B, and
Well,
he couldn't
he
make
started
it for
being
the
very
longest time.
inconsistent, so we couldn't really do that.
Well, because his job
he was
precluded
working
him
quite
from
hard.
doing that. Yeah.
But what was I going to say? I'm kind of worried that next year will be really hard for us because I think I'll hit 5,000 subs around March or April, depending on my political beliefs.
Like I said, if you're getting close and you want to stay in the tier, all you have to do is do one post about a certain person, and then you won't have to worry about that for a little while, and then
Really,
you'll be all
that
right.
many Taylor Swift fans, huh?
Yeah, I should do it like anti Taylor Swift video, and then I'll just like lose all my subs.
My whole life is anti Taylor Swift in my house.
How
because
about you
my
just
daughter
don't say
loves it.
nothing about it like everybody else? Like, why are you making that a problem for yourself?
No. I even make a very
I was
big
just
comment.
I'm just kidding around, Biggie. I'm not in
We're
earnest.
trying to think of ways to keep me under 5,000 subs. So,
Quit for a little while.
Yeah, I'll be innocent. I'll be nice. So yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't be at a point where you can't say who you like presidential candidate with, but it's just the way it is, you know. Like,
Oh, that's absolutely the way it is. Jeez,
Yeah.
Louise. That guy. Anything about that is very divisive.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
It's really
it's real easy not to say anything, though. It's just like, oh, I won't tell you. Forget it. You guys don't
No,
deserve
that's
it.
it. No, that's it exactly. It doesn't pay. I just made a very small comment that I was thankful that he wasn't killed, and I lost 114 followers.
Oh man,
jeez Louise.
Yeah.
What?
That's why that's why I'm glad I have to stay apolitical.
Yeah, well,
not
Matt's in
political
the
and
government, so he has to.
I really didn't feel that. I didn't feel that being glad that someone wasn't murdered in front of my eyes, that was a political
Yeah.
thing. It was sort of that was sort of humanity.
It's-
And it was an instantaneous. The drop was precipitous.
That is
Go,
crazy.
go. Sorry.
No, you go. Touchdown it is, baby. I love it.
That's what's great about my subscribers is that they're pretty numb to my beliefs. I can say anything and I don't lose nothing.
You do have you've been speaking your mind for a long time, I think.
Yeah, I talked about Trump and all that shit. No, nothing happened. Not a thing.
All I will say is I remember the 2014 incident here in Ottawa where a gentleman came and shot and killed a soldier at our war memorial who was on guard duty.
That was huge.
And then broke into the center block of Parliament, and they had to lock the Prime Minister, who was Harper at the time, in the closet, and the person in the Liberal Party going on and on about, oh, well, your PM is so bad because he's hiding in the closet. It's like, you would have done the same thing if you were in charge.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
It's about protection.
Weird, a
The
guy
fact
without a gun was hiding from a guy with a gun? Crazy.
Exactly.
That's
And
insane.
he was killed by the security chief of the House of Commons. So
But you guys can't have guns up there in Canada, can
no,
you?
he didn't. We can't. But he managed to get his hand on a rifle.
That's just wrong.
And because the rifle was an AR-15, that's why they're having the hard time.
It's actually not true. We can have guns. It's just
We
really
can have guns.
It's just really hard to.
It's hard to keep them.
Hey,
you have
gotta
to pass 3 courses.
Yeah, there's
you
a lot
have
of
to pass
laws.
a police check.
Yeah.
Then you got to get a hunting license or
Yeah.
a gun club membership.
Yeah, you have to do a lot to get. You have to do a lot to get a gun in Canada. Although there are a lot of guns in Canada per capita, there are a lot of guns in Canada.
I
Surprisingly.
heard there's like, isn't it like 10 million guns in Canada or something like that? Or
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous amount of guns.
Yeah.
Not that I hate gun. I don't. Either way, it doesn't bother me. But there are a lot in Canada. There are a lot.
Well, it is a known fact that Canada Army can't even withstand America's Salvation Army as far.
Oh,
dude!
Wow.
Let me tell you something.
Happy Sunday.
I will say this: our joint task force, which is our special troops, has beaten your Navy SEALs 4 out of 5 of the last competitions. The friendly
You
competition.
do know that the U.S. Army is like 100 times larger than the second largest army.
Doesn't matter.
Right, Matt?
Our
It
best
does matter. It matters a lot.
No, so we Canada, the way we see it is this. We sort of leverage the United States. We let you guys spend all the money. We'll just sort of like,
Yeah, you guys just hang out and free ride. I agree.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
true.
Not
It's true.
everyone
I'm not
believes that
dead.
up here. There's some of us who believe we need a stronger army.
Yeah.
Stop being a joke. We've got all this land up there that Russia can literally walk through 1,000 miles before we discover they're even there.
Are we afraid of the Russians again?
The U.S. and
Jeez.
the Russians have been sort of just walking all over our land for the longest time. So
The U.S. has been walking over your land. We had a war with you, didn't we?
no, in the north, there's U.S. shipping that goes through there. There's some really like it's both the U.S. and Russia that are kind of exploiting.
Did we run everybody out of the chat yet with our political conversation, or do we still got people?
Probably, actually.
See, I bring all the love to your channel, Bleeker.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. Canadians are peaceful people. Yeah, once in a while.
We are a peaceful people, but we know we need to. We can kick ass when we need to.
Yes, to say we're just like anybody.
Vimy Ridge, baby.
We're just
Vimy
living
Ridge.
Canada, baby.
It's good to have a hope, man. I'm happy for you. Yeah. I think the second biggest army is like China, and we're like billions and trillions above them. So
no,
it's whatever, dude.
In terms of
spending,
spending,
we are.
It will show you what it was like, because at the end of World War II, we had the world's 4th largest Air Force and the 3rd largest Navy.
That's a long time ago, man.
I know.
Yeah, we still have that same equipment.
Yeah, we have a boat.
Whenever we would have the Rose Festival here, and the Canadians would always come down and participate. They would have the Canadian Navy would come down to Portland, and they always had. I remember as a kid, they had the way that the Canadian Navy ships that they had were all World War II vessels that had been doctored up a little bit. So it was always fun. My brother and I, back in the day, then you could go and you just take the bus down without the parents. You know, they say have fun, be home before dark, and we would basically crawl all over these warships that were down on the waterfront. It was really a lot of fun back in the day, and the sailors would show you around, and they'd have their ship stores would be open so you could get patches and stuff for the ships, you know, as far as what they were. It was really fun. But now they don't do any of that stuff. It's because there's too much of the anti-military stuff going on.
Well,
they have to segregate the ships back and all. Matt, you got your head pointing straight up at the ceiling. It's someone stepping your toe.
It looks like a skylight.
They're not.
It almost looks like a skylight.
I'm reacting to the game. I hate the Dolphins so much, and the Bills are playing the Dolphins today. So
are the Bills winning or losing?
At the moment, they're winning 19-13.
All right. That means they have a pretty good chance.
Or 20-13, sorry.
Is it Josh Allen?
Yes. My problem is that right now the defense is looking like very full of holes.
Alan,
I want to so much. I don't
Alan,
why the Bills.
kidding aside, I am very, very happy for your win. Your wins on the unboxing and on the speculation.
Oh, thank you.
I think that you and I like Biggie spec too, because you know that I follow your spec, Biggie, because I bought the Exiles and I bought the Savage Dragon. I
appreciate that.
I've been following your spec for sure, but
I buy some Biggie spec. I buy Biggie spec. I'm like, oh, you know what? Biggie was talking about that book the other day. Maybe I'll just pick that up.
Yeah.
It's true.
I just bought a Biggie spec yesterday.
See,
the one with that guy coming through the screen or coming through the wall.
Oh, yeah, the Modar. That's a good one. No, I know what he's talking about. It Adventure Comics 2 something.
Yeah. It was I got it really cheap. So the guy, I don't know, I don't think he realized that condition matters. So a whole bunch of people had it like for $7, but their copies were all like beat to death. Like there's like barely a comic. And then people that had it in a high grade, they were kind of at $40 kind of range. This one guy had a nice copy. He had it at $9. So or best offer. But it was a really high grade, maybe a VF, VF, maybe a 9.0 even. So I offered him $7 and he took it. So I was like, okay.
Now this is Legion of Superheroes we're talking about here?
No, it's a villain against Superman. Is it? No, it started with an M, I thought.
Or Mordu.
Mordu, yeah, that sounds right.
Mordru?
Yeah,
there's an extra Adventure 369.
That's Neil Adams, isn't it? That's Neil Adams.
Yes.
That's a great cover coming out of the vault. The hands coming out of the vault.
That's absolutely it, Steppo. That's right.
Did everybody enter into Callie's 1K giveaway, by the way?
I did.
He entered into that?
I entered into it. I entered into it, Callie.
So he's
I
going to
want
be doing
those books.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I do want those books. So he's
I
gonna
need,
be-
I need that Carnage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
speaking of which, Bleeker, did you win that auction that I told you about with Zora?
No, I did not win that auction.
Oh, they went really cheap.
Yeah, I did. I
And there
didn't.
was an LB Cole in there, and there was a whole bunch of things. I would have bid on it, but I was like, I'm not going to bid against Bleeker.
No, I didn't. It wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't good enough for me.
The ones that the Lyle purchase Big Lyle's purchase
Yes, yeah.
has arrived, and I have the bags that they came in were absolutely grotesque. So I basically I had some extras. I put them in. Then the other thing is I ordered some. I just put a post up on the Inferior 5. And I found this song. I didn't even know there was a song to the Inferior 5. And it's a catchy little tune. The lyrics are good and it's a catchy tune. But I ordered these from England. And there was a bunch, like a half a dozen books from Blighty. And the guy had cardboard, wrap, cardboard, Excelsior, all this stuff. And the bags were not bagged and they weren't boarded.
Why?
So he went to all this trouble. He made $35 worth of packaging, and he didn't even put the books into bags and boards.
I always hate when I receive books that
What's
are
the
not bagged and
point?
boarded.
What are you doing? Fortunately, it didn't matter. They were immobilized, so they couldn't slide around or scuff one another. But it's a miracle that they would have, So of course, the first thing I did was sleeve them. And then I shot that video with because I do like the Inferior 5 as a hoot.
Yeah, they're great.
It's a spoof title that they did in the day.
Can
Have you-
So why did they make a theme song for them? I don't get that.
Why did she do that?
Or why did they make a theme song for the Inferior?
I don't know,
5?
but it's a cute little song. And when I always do that when the music, I will type in the character and see if something, or if it isn't the character, I put in the year of like if it's a Golden Age book, I'll put like a 1941 book. Then music from 1941 comes up, and if there's something cool, that's what I'll put in because it fits with the book. But I typed in Inferior 5, and only one song came up, and that was the one. But it's about the Inferior 5. Who knew it even existed? It's a cute song.
Yeah, that's can you name all 5 members?
Well, there's a White Feather, there's the Blimp, there's Dumb Bunny, there's Merryman,
I like that.
and then there's let's see, then there's the guy that
The Batman parody.
the guy, the Clumsy Man or Awkward Man.
Awkward Man. That's it. There you go. You got him.
Wow.
Yeah, you're really good at finding them songs too, Stefo. I must say, you're probably one of the best I know of.
Yeah, you
Oh,
definitely
thank you.
curate your post very nicely. Actually, you're always good song, good. Everything really works well together when you do a post.
I never know.
Being
when
able
music
being
is
able to
like
find
that.
the interior, being able to find the interiors of the books, and having them online so that you can show what's inside the book is very nice, and you don't have to open your books to do it.
Yeah,
And that's the thing. Now, I have had occasion where I did open the book because literally it was nowhere to be found, even online. How's your neck, Alan?
Oh, I'm okay. I'm just so. I'm just fading a little.
Yeah, I've got to go.
I have to watch
I've gotta
myself.
go
Well,
on
listen,
my,
I before I was so rudely interrupted, I was trying to say thank you for having me on the church. Congratulations again, Alan, Matt,
Thank you.
Biggie, Papa,
Mhm.
and Mr. Bleeker. I bid you adieu, adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
catch us on my channel tonight.
Yeah, I'll be on Matt's
Will
channel.
do.
Or Matt's channel.
Mhm.
all right.
And
So,
I
yeah,
should
so-
go too. I've got like 7% left on my iPad. So
Oh no!
Thanks for stopping by, Matt. See you on book
yeah,
club.
I did. Just so to say, I did read the book today for book club. So
What'd you think?
pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
I haven't
It's
read
not
it yet.
bad.
Pretty
It's
good.
very
Nice.
Archie-like, isn't it?
Yes, it's very 1940s Archie. Like I liked it.
Is it a long read or is it easy read?
No,
No,
it's
it's
an
an
easy
easy
read.
read.
Easy read.
Easy read. Good. Good.
Okay.
But try to read all the stories. There's multiple stories in it.
Yeah, I
They're
did
all
read them
pretty
all. I
quick.
read the whole book.
Okay. Okay.
Bye, guys.
I got to tell you a book, Alan, that I like right now.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Crime Suspense Stories 24, the one with the guy in the tub and the other guy with the hatchet. I think I'm gonna go after that. You probably got it right.
I actually have most. Do you guys want to see some EC books?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I just want to show the 24 mainly, but yeah, we could check them out. Like I like 24, but 22 is the big one, and I think 10, maybe 22 for sure.
Okay, wait 1 sec. So I actually kind of put all my EC books into one box.
Oh, that's convenient. I'm going for my first one. He's got a box right by him.
So, like we're good.
Oh.
This bag does need to be replaced, but it's this one.
Yeah, I just need. I would be happy with one. What about you, Bleeker? Would you just?
Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with one.
So you
I
said
really-
24?
One would be really rewarding, right?
Of course, I want a good one though. Like I want.
Yeah,
one-
it's got to have a Crypt Keeper. Or it's got to be a nostalgia
Yeah, it's
cover.
gotta have a
I know
good.
I
Yeah, it's
have
gotta have something
24. I'm
good
just
on
trying
it.
to find it. Where's 24?
24 is the one I'm going for, Bleeker. I hope no one like takes my spec, but I might show it on my channel because it should be worth more money. Honestly, I think.
Oh, okay,
like,
I think I have it as a raw book, so I don't have it.
Oh,
graded.
okay.
Tales of the
That's okay.
Crypt. Oh no, crime stories, right? Crime
Yeah,
stories.
I have
Crime
almost the complete
Suspense
run
Stories.
of crime suspense stories.
It's really good. Crime Suspense Stories has some big books.
This is number 2. Actually, I didn't even realize I had number 2. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I gotta knock that off.
Yeah, because number 22 pops up right away.
Yeah,
it's up-
22 is huge.
22's up there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but
No. it's
this
not
one's
too
a
high.
cool one too.
Oh, beautiful stuff, man.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it's like
a lot
I
of
would.
them are
I
like
do
Johnny
like to.
Craig covers.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a really good one. I want to Tales from the Crypt, but these suspense stories are really good to me, I think. The only one I didn't like was like the Doctor's Table one. Like I don't understand why that one goes for so much money.
Doctor's Table one.
Yeah, they're like performance surgery, I think. Maybe it wasn't crime suspense. Maybe it was impact or something.
I like this one. It's like good girl plus the maybe killer guy.
They always do a good job on the bad guy, though. He always looks like, that's
Yeah,
a
he
bad.
looks very sketchy.
Yeah, you know that's a bad dude. You're like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
bad guy.
Well, the knife kind of gives it away a bit too.
Well, they got the one where the guy's hanging, and then they got the other one where the guy's got the girl holding the head or whatever the fuck. The head
I always
one.
like this one too,
Mhm.
where she's like tipping over all the like
Knocking over all the table stuff or something.
It's like the circus freak stuff, the freak show stuff.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Oh
if you
yeah,
look at
knocking
it,
it
it's like
off.
the two-headed man and stuff like that inside. I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yeah.
You can't even
Well,
find suspense stories on eBay right now.
well, they got a couple copies. There's a copy for 400 or 500. I might get if I could save up enough money.
I always like this one. This kind of
Hold on, I'll
reminds
walk
me of The
away.
Shining.
Yeah, I dig that.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that
like,
one's a
it's
real
like, this
good
is
one.
like the freezer, and the guy. You can see the guy's kind of like trying to
Yeah,
get out, but
I
the
dig-
guy's like
yeah.
smiling, and he's not letting him out.
That one's a more recognizable one, I'd say. That one is pretty nostalgic.
And this one I have in low grade, but it's a really cool one. It's a Lizzie Borden one.
Callie says he's after Weird Fantasy 20.
It's
I have Weird Fantasy 20 actually, Callie.
is the guy that did 22 the same artist that did 24, Alan, or do you know?
I think so. It's Johnny Craig.
Yeah, I
Did
think
all
so
of
too. I think so.
Weird Fantasy 20. Let's see. Might be a different area.
You just like
Okay.
raw books. You just can't admit it.
Yeah, I have raw books. I have the raw books right in front of me actually.
Oh,
But
good.
so I could look for it. I almost have the complete run of crime suspense stories.
How many are there? Like 50 or so?
No, not that many. It's like 27 or 28.
Oh, okay.
This is one of the more popular ones.
Okay. I can see why.
You know, it's
I didn't know
Madman.
about that one. Yeah, I didn't know with the straight razor cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the one you're
That makes
talking about, Callie?
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I've seen that on eBay. That's
Weird
a good one.
Science 20.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought about getting that one too,
He said
Callie, actually.
weird fantasy, not weird science. But it could
Oh,
be.
okay.
Weird fantasy. I think I
Yeah, I
have
like
it.
that one because it had a bunch of clones. I thought that was pretty smart.
Yeah, that is cool.
I think this is like one of the last issues. Is this the last issue? Yeah, last issue. So 27 is the last issue.
That's cool.
Yeah,
These
I
are
mean, it's
such
cool.
nice books, though. They're such nice looking books. The covers are beautiful on these old.
Yeah, it's very comic book nostalgia shit, right, Bleeker? It's very good looking.
Really nice, man. It's really like you're like, that's a comic book. You don't get all
That's
this.
why that's why I felt like if we just had one, we'd be happy. You know, you just gotta have at
I'd be
least
pretty
fucking
happy.
one.
I just want the first appearance of the Crypt
This is-
Keeper, but I'll never ever get it.
Oh yeah, I always wanted to get that too. I had a chance to get it, but then I passed on it.
Why'd you?
I don't think that the first Crypt Keeper's even that great of a cover. It's just
No, it's not.
It's not a
It's
great
shit
cover,
cover.
actually.
The shit cover. It really is, Biggie. You're right.
But it was a bit expensive and it was restored. It was like 5,000
yeah.
restored.
I don't
but-
want it restored. I know
But,
you do
I always
restore.
like this
You're
cover.
a fucking maniac. Not wanting to
This is
restore it. That'd be
Wally Wood.
perfect. Yeah, Wally Wood did a lot of pre-code.
Yeah, he was kind of the man back in the day. Like they would actually kind of promote that he was doing the cover because he was so popular.
Yeah, Kylie, I'm on your side now. I'm not going to share my book goals anymore either. People
You
like
can't.
people like Biggie go get your books first.
This
Oh,
is a big
bullshit.
book.
When did I get a book that anybody wanted?
But see, you can hear him laughing in the background, folks. He knows what he did. He knows what he did.
Oh, the Morbius? I got
Yeah.
the Morbius.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's the one.
So
Okay.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this. So Crime Patrol is where the Crypt Keeper made his first appearance, right?
Crime Patrol 15, I believe.
Yeah. So this is Crime Patrol 16.
Oh, that's
We
right.
literally got done talking about it.
So right after this, it changed to the Crypt of Terror. This is like the kind of in between book between when they introduced the character.
Like, yeah, it's like World's Best and World's Finest. Gotcha.
That's the
Yeah,
one. Right?
same
So
idea.
is the Crypt Keeper in that book?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
So
Cool.
this is
So
his
that's
second
the second,
appearance.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Second appearance.
When
That's
does he have like a cool cover appearance? The next one?
Yeah, I think so. Like he was in the bubbles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's a cool appearance. The 3D one.
Yeah, that's a really popular. That's like a famous. cover.
Oh.
That's really.
It's like a Al Felstein cover.
That's cool.
And
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Feldstein. I'd rather have Feldstein than Wood,
here's
actually.
another cool one, Vault of Horror.
Oh, fucking dope.
Now, look at his eyes. I mean, just
Yeah, man.
Vault of Horror is just like Crypt Keeper or whatever the fuck.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff. It's the same.
Yeah.
Same kind of.
And this one is the controversial one. Weird Fantasy.
What is it?
This is the one where the guy, he goes to a planet and there's like two types of robots. I think
Mhm.
red
Okay.
robots and blue robots. And I'm not sure. I think it's the red robots are in charge of everything. And the blue robots are kind of like the worker ones that are kind of like the second class citizens.
Right. Right.
And there's like a ship that arrives from Earth.
Oh.
And he's wearing his helmet the whole time. And he's like, we're the Federation of Planets, and we're going to invite you to become part of our, Federation of Planets.
Sure.
But because of your discrimination, we can't let you join. You're not ready yet.
Okay.
And at the very end, the panel shows him taking off the helmet, and he's a black man. And back in the day, that was like super controversial, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is a pretty major book.
That's who that's already. That's a big key for black characters.
Yeah, no, it's a very cool book, very ahead of the time, very very cool book.
That is cool.
Oh,
That's
good. Good eye, who that?
That's a neat story, man. That's very
Yeah.
cool.
So, and then we got some more Vault of Horror, and it's in one of these collector bags too. So
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
As long as it ain't all scrunched up and shit. I don't mind it when they have a sticker. I keep those too.
I like to keep it just so that I know where I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. That's great. I like the shock on that. Is a good header. It's
Oh,
really
that's
nice.
a big book. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like
And
the
this is
bootleg
it's got
Suspense 3.
Yeah, man. That's
Yeah, this is a big one. This is another Wally Wood.
yeah, that's
great.
pretty dope,
I
dude.
mean, it looks
I
like
lost
she's
my
been
Bluetooth. Hold on.
poured gasoline on her, and they're about to light her on
Yeah,
fire or
man.
something.
She's not about to have a good time. That's not
Yeah.
good. But she'll probably come back and haunt them or something. It's fine.
And I really actually so once I finish crime suspense stories, I'm gonna go for shock suspense stories next, because I really like some of the covers in it.
Yeah, the shock. I like the shock. I like the header on these.
Yeah, just the shock itself. Yeah,
the shock
it's
itself is really cool.
But look, I love this one. It's like I'm not sure if you can. It comes across on the screen, but you see the guy's hands, right? And then you see look at the guy in behind.
That's the thing. You never notice the guy behind until you really look at the book. You're like, oh,
it's
there he is.
Really crazy. It's like.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
It's pretty awesome.
That is awesome. Very cool.
Oh, and this one is.
Gotta go.
You leaving us, Biggie?
That's a big one.
It's another big one.
This
is actually the first appearance of Drizella, I think.
That would be a Cali comic. He would, if he doesn't have that, he would love that comic.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like another Johnny Craig. And this one is kind of a funny one. I don't think people noticed it at the time, but okay, so you got this robot world.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if you can see it, but it looks like this couple, like these couple of robots in the background. Can you see them?
Yes.
It looks like they're doing something special in the window.
I see. Okay.
It's kind of a funny one. But it's Robot World.
These are some of my favorite books, Alan. Like any of this pre-code horror stuff. It's obviously you got the Chamber of Chills behind you. We can all see it.
Yeah. It's another crazy cover.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy, dude. That's awesome, bro.
Like you can just see their feet. They're all hanging from the ceiling.
Where are they frozen? Where are they? Yeah,
it's like some kind of it looks like some kind of meat cellar.
Yeah.
Or meat locker, yeah. And he's bringing in another victim.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. I mean, yeah.
Do they?
You know
the 1 million
why the Comic Code Authority came in, right?
You know the 1 million comics thing that like you can read comics on that. Are these on there?
Yeah, these are all there.
Really? Because I think I would love to just read.
They're interesting stories. I mean, they're short stories. They're all anthology, right?
Yeah.
So
And that's what makes that's what makes it fun. It's just a little short story. You can read them.
You know, did you ever watch the Tales from the Crypt TV
I watch
series?
it still. I still watch.
Yeah, they if you I have like Shudder as a subscription.
Yeah,
they're actually quite good. I enjoy it.
They're amazing. They tried to do a Creep show, which isn't too bad. I think it came out in 2020, 2021 maybe, and they did I think 3 or 4 seasons of Creep show, and it's got that vibe to it. Obviously, it doesn't have the Crypt Keeper or anything, but it's still got the vibe. Ooh, nice.
And you can see that this is really well done, where the bucket that the guy's in has like old blood stains.
Oh my god, bro! Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
That's intense, man.
Hey, actually, you know what's funny? The reprint of this isn't as intense as the Golden Age version.
The green cover on that is really cool as well. They don't do a lot of green covers, I don't think.
This is another classic one.
I love this book. This is one of my favorite.
This is one of my favorite too, actually.
I
just think it's so cool. Like, why is this guy's arm just like?
I used this as a thumbnail for one of my videos once. I love this one.
I'm actually trying to win an auction for the homage to this.
Oh, cool, man! Cool.
With Blood Hunt.
Right.
And it's Miles Morales' arm.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually pretty dope.
It's really funny.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
This is the last of the slabs in this box.
It's science. That's cool, Al. We're gonna get out of here pretty shortly. Anyway.
So this is like, if you look at it, this is the inspiration for Mars Attacks.
I fucking love it. I love it. Like this is why you win at Collector Club all the time. Even I love your books. I'm like, well, fuck, who's gonna beat? Who's gonna beat this shit? Who's gonna beat it? Who's gonna beat all this Golden Age pre-code monsters and space?
If you want, I can show more EC but they're all my Raw ones. I have to pull them out though.
We are gonna get out of here, actually, Alan. We are
Okay.
It's 3:30. It is usually the time that we get
End it all?
lost. Yeah, we end it all. There's nobody really here except for us to say what we're doing. There's Papa Wheelie. Usually there's
I'm
more.
going on to Matt's show later tonight.
You're gonna be on Matt's show later. Nice.
At 7 Eastern. So definitely check that out.
Okay. If you're not following Matt, go give him a follow.
Yeah, help him out.
Papa Wheelie, he
And
does chin music every Thursday.
Yeah.
Check him out on Thursdays. He does Fortnite. He does On the Road to the Masters. He does also PGA tours. He's doing all sorts of things. He's also on this channel. He's on Band of Brothers. He's on, well, whenever CJ gets his ass fucking together, he's on the Insomniacs. But you can find Papa everywhere, man. He's an awesome dude.
And
One
he's on this show, which is the best hangout on the internet.
Best hangout on the internet, right here, voted for by the people. Mr. Mr. Comic Collector Geek, what are you up to on your show? What are you doing on the internet?
What am I up to? I'm going to do the Monday special with a very sad Steven tomorrow.
I know.
I felt bad for him. That's why I did the impromptu show last night to try to cheer him up.
Right.
I felt really bad for him. And what else? Oh, I have another Stackery box coming. Oh my goodness, some really great stuff.
Okay. Well, you always, it's with what you, it's again, it's really hard to beat what you open. What you open is really tremendous stuff. So, good for you. Who-Dat's
cool
coming
stuff.
for you next year, apparently, unless you're in a different tier. We'll see what happens. But
yeah.
Who-Dat says he's making his way. He's going to make his way to the triumphant victor's mound there. So
Yeah. Well, I think if I move to the next tier, it's going to be Who-Dat's going to dominate the box opening. Because he's got great stuff too.
he does have a lot of good stuff that he opens up. Michael Baker, yeah, man, we won CBC award. Appreciate everybody that voted. Best hangout and best comic book speculation for Slab or Not to Slab, which that's the show.
Awesome.
That's the show that I'm most proud of, man. Yeah, that's the show I'm most proud of, and I was shocked because Black Crown really does a good job with his speculation content.
Believe it or not, I actually thought you had it the hardest in that category. Strangely, that category was quite difficult to win. So I was like,
it was hard too. I thought I didn't think I stood a chance in that one, to be honest.
Yeah, I was really hoping for you. I was telling everyone, please vote for Bleecker for that spec thing. It's awesome.
But again, catch me here on Sundays. And every now and again we do other shit here whenever we get the urge, but mostly it's Sundays for Comic Book Church, and we'll be coming out with another episode of Slab or Not to Slab. I don't have any books lined up yet, or anybody hasn't sent me any videos, so I might just have to do one myself. Other than that, catch K-Pop Junkie. Don't forget, I don't think she's having a show tonight or next weekend on Sunday because she's doing back-to-back con weekends. She's at a con right now, so she won't be doing a show tonight, but we love K-Pop Junkie here, so don't forget to catch her. Catch Biggie Shack on the Biggie Shack Network. Boston Chris with Who-Dat. They will be doing a show this Thursday, I think they said. Obviously Steppo and Alan will be doing their show on Monday. Who else is on here that I'm forgetting about? Doesn't matter. We're done. But you know how it is. Go check out those people. Go give everyone a follow. Go give everyone a like. And thank you so much for voting for us for the awards. We really, really appreciate it.
And definitely check out Book Club on Wednesday with Mortal Biggie Shack.
That's right.
Mentioned that one. So
Biggie Shack's got
my book this week, so that's why
he's got a network. So it's a whole thing. Biggie's a network.
Well, yeah, it's like you have to check your local Biggie Shack TV guide thing.
Yeah. It's
for
insane.
What's playing at any given moment.
It's true. All right, let's try and get out of here. You know what? Let's get out of here with K-Pop's intro because we missed K-Pop today.
Bleecker, rock on, Bleecker.